Hi, welcome back to We Barely D&D podcast.
Every time.
I'm sorry, I had it in my head too. Hi, this is your sort of Dungeons and Dragons podcast. Accidental Adventures. I'm sorry, you guys. I tried. I did it though. I just think
it wasn't like you hit all the notes. There wasn't anything wrong with it. But I love that 106 episodes in, you went hi, accidental adventures.
How it does that. Go ahead now.
Okay, thank you. Micah, if you just for Jackie's message, if you just want to check in your voice and video settings on Discord, I'm sure you can make sure. But
I did. Does it sound?
Okay.
Cool. I mean,
Micah,
I think it's
you
fine,
sound like
but,
you're on your laptop mic, but it's okay.
Yeah, it does.
Could
sound
be.
like
Who knows? You can
that.
also as long as you check sound settings, Discord settings, and then also make sure that the switch is flipped on. But Uni Hoodle, Micah is correct. These are the accidental adventures. And before we get into today's episode, we'll do our letter question. I'm just going to go ahead and suggest the one that I put in the group earlier this week because I really like it as a question.
I don't understand it really,
I
but
understand.
I will
to
explain.
try
I will
it.
explain. I will explain. I mean, I'm not like gonna force it. This is, of course, a democracy. But
I'm down. I'm down.
Okay. I'm so confused what this energy is when you guys are like, "Is this a democracy? Do we need a union?" Yeah, like yes. What? What doesn't go your way? Tell me. I don't understand. But words. Oh, okay. So my letter question suggestion was, if Steve Irwin burst into your room or your office or wherever it is that you're like at, like out and about in the wild, if he just kicked in the door, wrestled you to the ground, and then like turned you around to the camera like he does with animals, but being gentle with them, so never hurting them. He never like hurt the animals he was wrestling, always held them in the correct way. But if he wrestled you to the ground and showed you over the camera, and then he went, "Oh, look at this beauty, this," and then he had like a fact about you, the way that he'll like pick up a taipan and be like, "Oh no, this beauty is one of the most venomous snakes in the entire world." Or if he's like, "Oh, look at the size of that salty. These things can hold their breath for an hour," or whatever it is. Like, what's the thing Steve would say about you, and then or like your character, and then in the second episode, I want to say, what would Steve Irwin say about you? But and then who's the DM NPC? And let me know if that question still doesn't make sense.
I like the question, but I feel like we should combine them into one. I think that would make more sense if we did. What would you say about you
That
and your
makes
character?
sense. That makes sense. Who's the DM NPC?
Who was the mean lady from Bella Andra?
That would be hilarious.
Okay.
I love
second
that.
Bella
Okay.
Andra.
Me too. I third.
Sorry, Mike.
That's great. This is a very good time for her. Okay. Well, it has upgraded. Now we can't hear Micah at all. So that is an improvement.
No, I was
I'm
making sure it was my mic because if. Okay, go ahead.
Oh wow, Zach, she told you off, brother.
Yeah, she did.
Check yourself
Well, and
next
what
time.
she doesn't
Come
know
on.
is that I'm secretly very insecure about. So, Micah, can you talk again on your mic?
I'm talking again into my microphone.
I mean, it sounds like Mike to me.
That sounds.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
It's Mike.
Let's get Jackie and Ro.
No,
What
I don't.
does Steve
I
Irwin
don't know
say
yet.
about
I
them?
nose goes right now.
Yeah,
Okay.
I can Abby go first?
Apparently,
Oh,
guys.
I'm sorry.
Okay. I'm thinking of a number between 1 and 10.
Zach, why don't you go first? You go first with the DMPC.
Oh, I know
we'll do it
mine
different this
now.
time.
I know mine now.
Jackie, go.
I think it would be the same on both me and Ro. And I think it would be what is it? This creature or what has what?
I mean,
how do you say it?
None of you guys grow up watching Steve Irwin? Am
No,
I just
I
pulling
did.
this out
It's
of the
just
blue?
it's been a while, my guy.
Dang. Oh, like this little beauty, like just like appreciate, because he was always appreciating animals and excited about
Yeah,
them.
like this. Okay, so it would be like this.
If he wrestled you to the ground and then showed you to National
It would be the
Geographic, what would he
same
have to
for
say about
me
you?
and Ro. It would be this little beauty has a really loud mouth on him, and it would be me and Ro. Like, let's
That's
be
so
honest.
slams you to the ground.
Jackie.
Wow, now this little beauty can yell at 40,000 decibels.
Yeah,
I
that
have
would be for me
mine.
and Ro.
I have
It's
mine.
the same.
Okay. Fair, Lando.
For Bazz, he'd be like, "This little beauty has green blood," and then for
That's a good one.
Landon, he would say, "This little beauty was homeschooled," and
That's good,
that's
Landon.
it. Yeah,
He wrestles you to the ground and he's like, now this little beauty has seen almost every single episode of VeggieTales ever.
true. Even the Lord of the Rings one, which my mom wouldn't let me watch for a while.
There was a Lord of the
What?
Rings veggie
Oh,
tale?
Lord of the Bean!
Lord of the Beans. Lord of the
Why were you
Beans.
kept from watching it?
I don't know.
What's
No.
objectionable?
I don't know.
Okay. All right. Let's go with Micah.
Micah.
Intrigued.
I feel like for the beginning of the podcast, Craig, he'd be like, "This little beauty has an affinity for starting conflict when trying to resolve it," or something
That was
like
a
that.
great Australian accent.
Yeah, Michael. Oh my gosh.
And now it's just this little beauty likes to eat rocks.
That is
That's,
also
you know
true.
what? That's so good because that is what you would say. Like now this animal keeps rocks in its mouth, but it's Craig. That yeah. And what about Micah?
That's what it'd be like. Oh man. Oh, I get the second question now. Oh shoot! Wait, I didn't think about that. This little beauty can't get energy without her piano, or this little beauty has piano withdrawals.
This species is entirely
do.
dependent on playing pianos.
I
Symbiotic
am.
relationship.
I feel
Oh,
like
no, I'm getting the
it's like
hiccups.
the
Abby-
darkest timeline if Steve Irwin is pinning humans to the ground, lifting them up, shoving them into a camera, and saying, "Now this little beauty, this one plays the
I
piano."
don't know. If they consent, that's pretty
Hey,
hilarious.
And it's
No,
like,
for
how
the
did you
record-
know that about
that's
me? How did you
pretty-
know that? And he like
I
is
don't
like
know,
has
that's
like
pretty funny.
pupilless eyes and like staring at her.
behavior.
Quite
This little beauty's
uncomfortable,
asking
if I'm
too
being
many
honest.
Also,
questions.
for the record, I've just given this description because it was the funniest. Most of the time, Steve didn't even have to touch the animal. He would just if he
Yeah.
could get it to not move.
Yeah.
But I'll never understand how he wrestled crocodiles. That's insane. But anyway, Abby or Grabby in this instance.
Thank you. I would say for Greta, it
Please
would be I would say this little beauty's developed a what's an Australian like exclamation.
Just any curse word, but we can't do that here. So
Crikey,
This
Um,
little
shrimp
beauty's
on the bobby.
developed a crikey toleration to eating plants.
there you go. That feels very wild species.
Definitely.
I could. Okay, it's bad that I couldn't tell at first whether you were talking about you or Greta.
You're Greta. What's Abby's?
Abby's would be
Or was that Abby's?
no, that was
I was
Greta's.
also not sure.
Abby's is which is this could also go for Greta. I feel like it'd be like this little stinker right here. One time snoozed her alarm every 10 minutes for 3 hours, or like some fact about like this little stinker. It takes this little stinker 2.5 hours to get out of bed. in the
I've been
morning.
there.
This species covers herself in images of snails.
I
What?
think for Abby would be the mold in her teacups in her room. That's what
Gross.
that's it.
Gross.
That's it.
So it's not just a Greta thing. Moldy food around her.
If Steve Irwin tackled Bella onto the ground and turned her toward the camera, I think he'd say,
that was funny.
I think he'd say, now this little beauty looks beautiful on the outside, but is a total prick. Like, I think that's what he'd have to say about her.
What would Zax be? What would Zachary?
Zax be?
For sure he would wrestle me to the ground and say, now average members of this species fart about 10 times a day, but this one can do it up to 40. And that would definitely be his fact about me, without question.
It's gonna be that or the memory.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
This little guy
This little
has
boy
such
has
bad
a
memory.
memory of
It's a
10
fact about
minutes.
his memory 7 times.
Yeah.
I
What do you
would
factor
say
about
for
me?
Zach, it'd be
Sorry,
this
Zach.
little beauty wants to be me because y'all both love it.
Oh.
I know. As so many celebrities have died that I didn't care about, but the day that Steve Irwin died, I cried. I was devastated. One of the only heroes I've ever had. But anyway, it's fine because Frederick Richards is going to go to the Olympics, so maybe we can change that. Welcome back to the Accidental Adventures. This is episode for my note-taking nerds who are ever surprised about the notes. This is the 106th episode of the Accidental Adventures. Episode 106, Pearls Before Fun Guys.
Oh, whoa.
Gotta call it, right? Because that's not the expression, but you're in the Pearl of Unsin and
Oh,
you're
I
the
get
Fun
it.
Guys.
The
I
Foo
get it.
Fighters.
What's the date, y'all?
Well, it is a
Yeah.
level 11 adventure, and the date is 3488. Police Butter. Color Drone 31.
You
Is
sounded
that
like Matt
butter in your
Berry when you
pocket,
said
or
that.
You just
Wait, what was the
happy
name?
to see me.
Pearls Before Fun
She
Guys.
puts the short in shorty, and he looks like. Am I crazy? No one knows what the song is.
I only know the song because of you.
Is that butter?
It's not the original.
I'm just,
Okay.
what was your question?
Pop cuties,
Abby?
cutin' on duty,
No,
navy
let's just-
blue booties. Go ahead and
What are
lock
we
me up,
singing?
arrest me, but make. Okay. Nobody knows
What
the
is
song except me,
this?
obviously.
I know
What
that
is the
song.
song?
I'm 2 online. I got it. Okay. Maybe Jonathan knows. Jonathan, if I don't cut this out, tell us what the
Anywho.
song is.
Jonathan.
I don't
Cut it out.
Okay, I don't know.
Hand.
Yes, Abby?
Pearls Before Fun Guys.
What did you say that the day was? I forgot the number that you said for the day.
3488 EB. Color
Color
Drone
Drone.
31.
Thank you.
31.
I've been hitting the head a lot, so I just it's kind of a. I'm sorry.
Every single time Greta tries to buy something in Porous Monthly Saw, it's going to be 1 copper more.
Oh, dadgum, Greta tax. That's taxation without
tax.
representation, and it's not fair.
Inflation.
And just so everyone knows, the day of the week is a mess.
Thanks.
That is actually
That's a really cool
really helpful.
DM. That's a really cool addition to the world. Thank you.
Thank you. For the count. Oh, thank you.
Oh
It was
my
just genuine
gosh.
appreciation. I wasn't prepared for that. So
My
Fun
birthday
Guys.
is in exactly 3 months. Rose,
oh,
not mine.
in the game, I was like, I don't think so. Also, for the quickest update in the world for Abby and Micah, because we didn't give one, you guys blooped over to Porous Pony Saw, which you knew.
blooped.
And when you were there, the one thing you did is Bazz went and tracked. He went to find the lady
Hey,
that
hey,
But
transported
he's
you.
saying stop it.
hey,
He's saying stop it, DM.
we are going to explore the choices we made in the session, if that's okay.
Landon wouldn't let me tell them either.
Why? I mean, can they not?
Okay, fine. You
know?
can tell them. Zachary doesn't. It's
Their
okay.
characters were there for it. Do you want that
You're
to be
right,
hidden?
but Mike
It
and
can't be.
Abby were not. Okay, fine. You can tell
But
them. You can tell them.
Greta and Craig weren't there
I'm just
for
curious when you think it's going to come up.
it. Greta and
We're
Craig
gonna
were
take
not
him there, and I want to explain it to him in character.
They went
What
to go
happened.
hang out somewhere else.
Okay, yes.
It was just
All
Bazz
right.
and Row.
Yeah,
I'm
it was
with
just
you
Bazz and
now.
Row.
Okay,
Did Micah
Well-
know that we built a tree in the ship?
hopefully.
Okay.
Um,
I
Good.
couldn't remember.
okay,
Yeah.
okay. Is this the song I want? No, let's go to a different one. Anywho, I'll figure out the music. You guys are walking around in Port Splendid Saw, and what we're going to do. Holy crap, you guys are back in Port Splendid Saw. That's so
Yeah.
Weird.
Dude,
um,
it's like circle. This is actually really
Circle.
cool. We're like quite full circle. I love.
Circle.
Oh, go Jackie. We're so circle. We're circle. We're circle.
okay, so what's happening there is Fungis. You guys have split up the party. Tello, as I'm being suddenly and pretty forcefully reminded, Tello and Greta and Craig went off on their own path somewhere in the city, meandering a bit. I don't know. We can play around with that and quickly
Ellen
reunite
said
the
they were
party,
going to the
hopefully.
warm heart.
Well, except that I really don't want to deal with the logistics of half of the group getting there before the other half. So,
Okay.
you guys all simultaneously tripped over the same crack in the city, fell over, hit your heads, were all three knocked unconscious. Not a person touched you. You remained unconscious face down in the street for the exact amount of time that Ro and Bazz were doing something else, and now you've suddenly regained consciousness, and Ro and Bazz are back on their way to you.
I think that's actually
You
really
got a
awesome.
bump on your head, Greta.
Hey, you got a big old Looney
man.
Tunes bump on your head, Greta. What's up with that? Did you like lay on
I-
the street for the exact amount of time that we were doing something else?
You know, I don't remember. I think I've been hit in the head a lot, actually. I don't remember.
Some
Yeah.
days your players wake up and say, I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm punishing that DM. I'm getting him
We're
today."
existing in the world of which we were placed. I'm sorry if it's a problem.
And so,
Ooh.
once
Ooh.
again,
Do you
the
think you
largest
fell out
port
of a
city in the
coconut
world is
tree?
all around
That's what I
you.
was trying to channel.
Wait, what did you?
You think you fell
Out of a coconut tree?
You exist within the world that you
You exist within the world of that has I don't know, whatever she says. I
Hey,
resonate
Greta,
with
did you
you.
fall out of a coconut tree?
I don't think so. I think I exist within the context of another reciprocal.
I know I gotta look it up
Yes.
now. I'm gonna be saying
What
that all
is
the time.
this?
Zach
is
is
this?
done.
I mean, you guys are in Porus Bonisa. I give up on
I'm so
describing the city.
sorry.
You are there.
What is the rest? Wow, there's a wicked.
Hey, I
There's
say
a
that
You
we
exist in the
page for
context
it.
of all in which you live and what came before you. Do you think you fell out of a coconut tree? Okay.
We exist in the context
Okay.
of all of it. Perfect.
All right.
The music.
So, when we're in Port Lisplendison, are we in a certain, like, are we just now entering? Where is the story beginning?
It's been
Oh,
we've
man.
been there about an hour.
Almost
or
like
two,
the
right?
DM was trying so
Yeah,
hard to
sorry.
open with that.
We're sorry.
Well, first of all,
I'm
not a big
rerouting
deal.
you.
It is Resplendissant. Well, I appreciate that, Micah. I really needed that.
sorry.
It is Resplendissant with an R. I'm not upset. It's just if it's helpful. Literally meaning resplendent in Sinian. But so that is, you guys are in Port Resplendissant, and we'll say that you guys, I forget how we even said that you guys got into the city. I think you showed up at a tree some distance away and went in through one of the side gates. So you guys are at the far northeastern gate of the city, maybe like 4 blocks in, and you're in sort of like an arrival district. So arrival's the wrong word. You're in like a you're at the far western or eastern edge of the market district, which leads into like it's kind of like a series of bazaars spanning for like a number of blocks that they themselves grow later into like the larger market district. So like where you would go for like whole shops and all that. And basically there's just this huge like 5 or 6 block area which you guys have been to before. Literally like at the beginning of 3488 when you came together in Port Splendisaw. This is the area you visited where you bought produce and purchased the horses that you rode out, or at least the transportation for the dwarven lady.
Big Bill.
Oh my goodness, I forgot about them. So this is that whole area you're returning to. And just to give visual context, you are once again in Port Splendisaw, the second largest city in the world. New York of Yalabatan, practically, even though it's not the second largest, but anyway. As the immense city sprawls across the like sort of shallow valley of the bay where it rests in the valley around it, or the shallow base of the bay where it rests in the valley around it, the giant city, it sprawls around you. It once again has very diverse architectures, and some of the largest in the world. There are towers, and they're multifaceted, multi-storied buildings here. But it is very diverse because it is a culture made up of 1,000 cultures. And as always, the core, the heart of the city features that sort of Tudor English kind of architecture with a lot of like plaster and wood framing and thatch roof that many centuries later got replaced with like wood scale. a lot of gables, but then as the city built outward around it, it has more of that like sort of similar reflected design, but more use of limestone and a lot more granite implementation. And eventually the city is once again designed in that like fractaling pattern of hexagons, so that all the streets like split and bifurcate. So instead of a grid, it's all that like hexagonal pattern, and it is that shape so that like the districts sit nicely next to each other, as the city realized that it would become this port metropolis. And where you all stand in that far district, Gretta and Craig and Tello have rejoined everyone else, and this like sort of agricultural selling district is like some of the areas are like series of tented selling stands right next to each other, all built around like central trade buildings. And then there are like barns in hexagonal patterns, and then large penned areas where they're keeping animals. And there's just all sorts of trade and bustle around. And there's even more increased traffic than usual, with La Main Libre being freed from the Kefkin Empire in their regression from the region. Trade has set on fire again between the two nations where they were separated for some time. And so you guys are in this busy, bustling district. You all are incredible figures to stand out, but as always, Port Esplanade is one of the better places in the world to be, even for a celebrity, because there's just so many people here and just a diverse array of races, and people are pulling carts and folks are shouting. And I'm going to try and find some slightly more appropriate music as you guys greet each other and renew with the role play.
I have a question.
Yes.
Dang it, me too.
What was the nation that you said that?
La Main Libre to the northeast. La Main Libre.
Okay.
When you
can
guys
you give
were
me a
first
refresher on that?
When you guys were first arrived in Port Esplanade, it was in the process of being conquered. And that was General Vashnazan, one of the Five Fingers of Kefk, who had brought his armies south. And he had very much all but toppled it, and was moving to that Eric Cochran kingdom in the far east that nobody knew about at the time, until somewhere when you guys were in the Earthen Bloom months later in Biasta, the Warriors of the Well got into a conflict with General Vashnazan's army, apparently having magically summoned some sort of stone dragon and laid waste to a large portion of his army, at which point he fled. And that was in close temporal proximity not long after, no, just before, right after that, you guys had your so I guess you guys were actually in Narskana. After that, you guys had your confrontation with Dolgoth, where Janus came to your aid and he died. And so that, like, much threat to the structure of the Kefkin Empire spurred them to withdraw everything and concentrate more toward their center. And they have been less aggressive and expansionary since. They're in what seems to be a much more defensive position. Man, I cannot make my mind up on the music. And so La Main Libre is that other like northern, because I mean, again, you can find the map in the maps channel if you go there. But essentially, maybe we'll go with this one. That's too calm. I don't know. I'll figure it out. Huh?
You got this. I'm sorry, I interrupted. Go ahead.
I'll go with this one. I'll go with the original. And so, that's La Main Libre is just that nation in the northeast. And remember, it's Port Esplanade, La Main Libre over here, and then below is Ostaleria, the Uncidian king, or the Wood Elf kingdom in Le Boischau, the forest down there, and then far south the crater, and then further south still that spoopy forest.
Okay.
And then there's the town people.
So sorry, who was the general?
General Vashnazan. That's the guy that the Countess sent you to go spy on, way back when you guys had the boo-boo with La Pomave. And he was the giant, oh my goodness, what are they called?
Yeah.
Half giants. Yes, the giant, the just ridiculously, impossibly big and buff Goliath guy with all the half ogre lieutenants and the vast army that Bazz barely got away from.
But he's dead now. Yes?
No, escaped.
Okay.
He's kind of
only one general has died.
Yeah.
Well, and Kisk is widely believed also dead, except you all are aware that he is instead MIA. No, but Vashnazan has returned. Well, you don't know, so I shouldn't
Okay.
say what I just said. But
so what is
you can
the
assume.
plot, Zach?
You can assume. You can logically assume he's returned to the Empire.
I appreciate the sidebar. I'm trying to get back into note mode.
Okay. Micah. Micah, did you have a question? She's frosted.
Oh no.
Oh,
Okay. Are you there, Micah?
Okay, there we go.
Okay, there you
Yeah. So it's kind of a silly question. I just was wondering if there was a Walmart equivalent in the marketplace.
Walmart equivalent.
go. Question I was not
Like-
prepared for. When you mean Walmart equivalent in a fantasy world, what's the translation?
I don't know. Just the thought came to mind, and I was like, I just have to ask just in case. It's okay if the answer is
Like-
no.
Well, I'll tell you what. There is certainly, you are surrounded by, business is not quite that serialized at this time in the world. There are many stands where you could buy food. There's even probably a number of people who own businesses in multiple locations within the cities. But nobody at this point in history has put together the concept of one massively large storefront selling such a wide variety of different goods, largely because the mass means of productions are not so mechanized at this time. So individual people skilled at their craft are still more responsible for selling individual goods and wares.
It's
So
awesome.
actually, I guess I did have an answer for that.
I love that your no was. I love that it gave me more. Like it still satisfied the question, without just
Okay.
saying no.
Nice.
And
Yeah, that was a
you guys reunite with Ro and Bazz, who are standing just outside of a sort of tented structure where not long ago in the past you all rented your horses and also received brief travel from that lady who was on that drug.
I say, hey, where'd you guys go?
Oh, Bulls?
Yeah.
You wanna? We did.
So when we were leaving to go out into the place to find the general and not die, and we stopped by the horse place, and I told the lady, "Hey, don't do drugs. Go get help." And I cast a spell on her. But I don't know if that was good. We went to go check on her to make sure she was
Mhm.
okay.
I didn't know that's what we were doing.
That's what I was doing. But
I
we
just
got
followed
there.
him in there, and we did some business with the lady.
Yeah, we walked in. The lady was not there
Um,
anymore. She was gone, and they're trying to sell us some stuff, and we're like, we don't want your stuff. You probably sounds like you're referring to drugs.
They were trying to sell us. Yeah, but
They were trying to sell us action figures.
yeah. Turns out.
Adventure
no,
figures.
adventure figures. Turns out they were trying to sell us. They were trying to
Yeah,
sell
they're trying to
us.
sell us adventure figures of us.
They were little.
So-
They
They
have
were little
adventure
guys.
figures of us.
So you know
They
what
were
we did?
little guys, and their
What'd you do?
names. Their
We
names
bought the
were.
business.
Their names were Raz
We
and
own
Mo.
The
They
adventure
had our
figure
names all
business now.
wrong.
Yeah, it was all. We're gonna fix it up.
How are we gonna run a business?
They're gonna
Well,
run it for
they're
us.
gonna run it.
We're gonna take 51% of the profits,
I have
And-
1%. Yeah.
and then we're
Who gets
The
the
going
most
rest of
to
it?
random
1%.
thing that Boz has ever done.
we're gonna
I know.
split
I know.
everything equally.
Basically,
we have ownership
basically,
of this business
they're
now.
gonna make little adventure figures of us and the Warriors of the
Yeah.
Whale
Yeah,
as like a marketing thing. I heard
Probably
this
should
word
ask them if that's
recently in
okay.
a newspaper. This is about marketing,
But-
and
We're wanted. So why are they
yeah,
like?
but
Not
we're
here.
like people like us, right?
yeah. Might as well make a
I don't know
buck
what
off
this
of it. If
accent
they're
is.
gonna
They
sell
like
our
us?
faces,
Oh,
we
so
should
we're
get money
positively
from it.
wanted.
Like
Whoa,
little
that's a
kids.
new
We should
feeling.
make an
Stuff.
expansion in Zedge. They love us there. Heroes
Yeah,
of
That's
like
where they
little
make the
kids.
action figures. The adventure
Yeah.
figures, they make them in Zedge.
Yeah, they
her,
make
her
them there.
family member is from Zedge.
Oh,
That's
okay.
not being transported across the entire world. You guys have been famous for like
Never
2
mind.
months.
I was gonna
Never
say,
mind,
I
that's
was like,
not
I thought we
true.
didn't have.
You're right.
I thought-
I don't know. I'm just
That's
excited.
more.
Listen, we own a business. I gave them 50 platinum, and
Yeah.
they're going to use it to upgrade the shop.
I gave him 1 platinum.
And we're gonna call on the City Stone once a month to see how business is going. And
Yeah.
they're really excited. They're really nice people, really honest people.
We signed a contract
You
and
did?
all,
We
so
did. I
like
signed
it's
a con-
legit.
It's
It's legit. Yeah.
I notarized it.
Y'all.
And
We're business owners.
yeah, kind
Yeah.
Are
of.
we business owners or just you
Like,
and
just think
Ro?
about it. Can't you
All of us.
picture and Zach DM? Is there like some little kids around anywhere that I can point to?
Give me a perception check.
Okay. That's where's my sheet? That's a 19.
Okay, first roll of the session. Give me. So you definitely see some. Give me an odds or evens check.
Odds.
19. Okay.
19.
You look over, like, I mean, this sort of agricultural area is just packed with people, and not far to your left, you see two different sets of children. There is one, a half dwarven family, so a dwarven parent and a human parent, and they have just this whole slew of kids, and they all clearly work at this one stand selling goats. And there's just this huge gathering of goats, and like there's like 7 kids there. And the funny thing is that
Do you mean
the
kids
height-
or kids?
the height is
I got him that time.
is like recessive and dominant to either gene. So some of the kids are like 2 feet tall, and some of them are like 4 feet tall, and it's hard. And the ages don't match up with the height, but they're all sort of like gathered around doing menial tasks while their parents are talking to customers who are coming by and gathering the goats, which are like bleeding and not bleeding, but bleating with a T.
Yeah.
Oh no!
Thank you for the
And one of the
clarification.
customers
Animal
approaches one of the
sacrifice.
goats and just rips its head off
Oh,
with
it's
their
because
teeth.
Jesus isn't in this
Starts
world.
eating the bones. But the kids are there doing menial tasks like sweeping and just kind of like what, like 2 of them are pushing each other back and forth. And then maybe 6 feet or no, 30 feet to the left from them, there is an Era Cochran woman walking around leading this tiny little Era Cochran kid by the hand, and the Era Cochran kid looks like a chick, like a bird chick, because they are bird people. So the kid has this tiny little like blue cloth vest on, and all these like yellow puffy feathers in this little beak, and just walking around wide-eyed looking at the city. And these are the 2 sets of children you see within range.
I point at them and I say, see, wouldn't it be really cool to like see those children over there, like, you know, have little figures of us and they're like battling it out, you know? Wouldn't that be cool?
Hope it doesn't increase like violence and within children.
No, there's no studies that contribute to that. I don't know what
Gretta's
you're
on
talking
that
about.
train politically. She's like, I don't know if action figures are a good idea.
I mean,
society.
look at us. We grew up fine. Like, I grew up around no violence, and look at me now. I live with you guys.
Live by the
You're right.
sword,
Maybe you're
die
right,
by
Ro.
the
Maybe
adventure
you're
figure,
right.
I guess.
Do we have any? Did we buy some balls? I can't remember. Did we take some?
No, I didn't take any.
I thought they gave us a few.
I don't remember. DM, did they give us a few?
I'm checking right now.
I feel like we wanted them to keep it to sell, you know?
Yes, Ro got
Oh, that's right.
a bow and a Raz figure. So as Bo or as Ro pull, I assume Ro, you pull them
Yeah, I
out.
pull them out.
As Ro pulls them out and shows them to the party. The best translation I can think of is, you know how in Kung Fu Panda how Po has figures of the Furious Five.
Yes.
They're like
my
that.
gosh.
So they're like little wooden dolls that have like a central body like tube, and then a little head cylinder, and then like the cool thing is whoever's making them, they have articulated shoulder joints, so the arms can go like up and down, and then the elbows can bend as well. And it's just like a series of like very simple wood pieces built around these slightly articulating joints. But the main thing that they offer is that they're fairly well painted. And very slightly carved, where like the shoulders can be, you know, you can tell them apart from the hips a little bit, and like, you know, the hands have some dimension to them, and you can tell that one of like they're both intended to look like there's some sort of a magical color going up their arms, but exactly what they do or who they are is very up to artist interpretation. They don't look a thing like Ro and Bazz.
I run up to the little chick.
Okay.
Like, not in
So
a scary
this
way.
mother is
like
walking
a
around
sweet
with her
way.
child, and this other strange woman runs up, and you approach her.
Hello, ma'am. I say that to the mom.
Hello. Who are you? How are you?
My name's Ro. And then I
Okay.
look down at the little guy and I say, oh, what's your name?
The little chick kid just goes and looks up at you, and the mom looks down, and it's just her eyes get big, and she furrows her like feathered brow, and her beak kind of clicks a little bit as she looks at this green woman with bright purple hair with gold strings and multicolored flowers growing out of it, with golden freckles on her face, covered in glistening armor with like almost kind of like silvery studs all over it, with a rapier at one side and a lute filled with like crystal fragments at the other. And she's just sitting there furrowing her brow, kind of studying. And the little chick kid just goes,
You cut out, Zach. You still cut out.
okay, he says in a really high-pitched voice.
It cuts
so
out, Zach.
weird.
Discord
Dagnabbit.
filters cut
See,
out.
this is the one area where Zencaster's better, is that he gets the sound. He says, I'm Evan.
Oh, hi, Evan. I'm Ro. Would you like one of these adventure figures? And she holds out
Okay.
and she goes, which one do you like better?
And you pull out one, and the mom goes, oh, I didn't discuss that with you at all. And the child points and goes, that one, and points at the Raz you're holding in one hand.
Would you like this? This is a Bazz adventure figure. It's the very first one, and they're gonna be a really big deal one day. So I want you to hold on to this, okay?
The
And know
mom's,
that
the
we
mom's
gave
like
it to
pulling
you.
the kid. Just actually, Ro, could you give me like a persuasion check, not for the
Yeah.
child?
Yeah, I know. I figured. Oh no. Oh no.
Can I assist? Can I assist?
How?
I want to talk as well.
I want to talk.
You have to do that to do that.
All right. Say, we've traveled long and
So-
far, and
Do I roll again?
we recently found these, and we're really excited about them. We
It's
just
much
wanted
better.
to give them away to people so kids can enjoy.
I gotta. Does
I
the
don't-
assist work or
yeah,
no?
I guess that counts as that's some very low grade assistance, but yeah, we'll call that the help
Okay,
action.
well, I got a 23.
Yeah, okay. So I'll tell you what, you guys have successfully convinced the mom that you're not a threat.
Okay.
But
That's
so
good, I guess.
far, these two strangers have come up and not addressed her at all, and just started trying to offer her child
I said
some
hello.
toy. Oh, excuse me. And the hello fixes it. So now she's just like, her brows furrowed, and she goes, we don't have any money to pay
No,
you.
no.
We're not interested in
No,
this.
it's free. It's free. It's free. It's just it's a new toy for children and adults alike called an adventure figure, and they're
No,
just
I
little
don't want
figures. You know,
Okay.
it's fun to play with. You can
And
be
then
like,
the little-
oh, I'm playing music.
And as you do
oh."
whatever that is, she just pulls her child a little closer to her. But the little Evan goes, Mom, I really want it. It's Join's move. Look at the karate chop action. And she just-
Exactly.
Yeah, she's just like, okay, all right, okay.
I
Thank
I
you.
put it in his hand or his little
Strange
feathers.
lady. Oh, he
Of
just reaches out and
course.
gets it, and he goes,
Yeah.
thanks. And then he just starts.
No.
He reaches into a pouch and pulls out a couple like dried crickets, eats them, and then just starts going. And the mom just goes, okay, all right, goodbye, lady.
Violence
Just
is good.
picks her child up and walks in the other direction.
Become an
Violence is
adventurer.
good.
Become an adventurer, little lad.
There's power for you in the world. You just have to grab it.
We're the worst
Okay,
people.
The mom's moving away a lot. In fact, she like tucks her child toward her and then just takes off, starts flying away from you all.
We're
That
good
kid's gonna grow up and do great
influences.
things. I think we did
Yeah,
a good
Balls,
thing
I
today,
think we're
guys.
really good influences. I think
We're
this would be
good
really good
business
for
people.
children. Yeah.
When they come back, I'm gonna say, guys, you really gotta start learning to respect people's boundaries and
What?
read the room.
I can't read.
Never
That's what
forget.
I've always been
I
saying.
speak 6 languages, but I can't
the
read.
kettle. I'm making a metaphor in my
I'm writing
head
that
that
down.
no one's heard before.
I can read, Zachary. I'm just teasing Greta.
No, the quote was funny. Not like
Oh,
I'm gonna
okay,
get
okay.
you with that rule.
I don't know. Sometimes you
Boss
gotta be
can't read.
careful.
Mean DM.
Do that.
After all this time, and now Boss can't read, even though he's read like a million things and just wrote up a contract for someone.
Say, I'm gonna Craig's action figures.
Oh, that's
What?
unfortunate.
What'd you say, Micah?
No, we can't hear you. Your bedroom connection is bad.
Do y'all have all the action figures, or is it just,
No, we just had
the
2.
No, we just had
Bazz and Raz?
Bo and
one?
Roz. Well,
Mm.
here you go, Craig. I think it's me.
Y'all have all of the action figures?
Well, they had some, yeah.
Mike
I
is
think-
repeating the same thing again. Micah,
thought-
it's not gonna mess with the way Craig records the audio,
You
so
just
just
have
like
2?
disconnect from the call, reconnect, and see if it works for you. Okay. So Craig just sits there and goes, "Do you have the action figure? Where are the action? Is that a Craig?"
It was quiet for like a minute.
Everyone's standing around awkwardly.
I'm
There
gonna
we go.
say Craig takes the Raz. No, wait. Which one's is it Bo that is
You
Ro?
guys have the bow
We have
left.
both.
Yeah, it's Bo.
It's only
It's
Bo.
Ro.
I'm gonna get
yeah.
the Bo one, and I'm gonna take my knife, and I'm gonna try and whittle it into Craig.
No, I'm gonna grab it back from you.
But you've already seen what you look like as an action figure.
There's-
I want to see what I look like
Craig,
as an
then
action
they
figure.
How do
Actually,
you how do you
Craig.
whittle
Craig,
Ro
they have.
into Craig? That's my question. How do you
Craig,
make
this-
Craig by
You
taking
have to
things away
make
from
more
Ro?
This
material.
does not turn into that, Craig.
You need
See
minor
what-
creation. I'm sorry.
Tell us standing behind you guys, and he just goes, "Oh."
Greta, did you just call me fat? Greta, did you call me fat?
Wait,
Craig yells at Greta,
me.
who's standing silently beside him, not
She did,
having
Craig.
spoken.
She did
did.
say that, Craig.
Greta
You heard
did
right.
actually say
I
that.
said Craig Muscle. Ro,
Yeah, you
Hustle.
can't make muscles out of this. And she
Fight,
holds up
all
like
I'm gonna say is
her
I'm
tiny
being
little
just
muscle.
different now.
Fight.
guys, I want
Okay.
to go have a drink.
There are
at
ones
the-
of y'all,
at the
kind
Golden
of.
Hearth, the warm hearth, and I want to go to the. Bro, they have cake here.
I want bread, I want cake, and I
What is
possibly want
going
more
on?
ink
I
on my
don't know
skin.
what's-
That
I
is
don't
what
know what's
I'm
Let's go to
going
that
saying.
on.
one
Zach-
hotel
Zach,
that we
help.
went to when we first
Zach,
got
help
there.
Bro,
me.
that is what
I
I'm
hear.
saying.
That's the warm
Finally
heart.
get
go.
matching
I heard
tattoos.
something about a bathtub with you, Craig.
I don't want to relive that. Nope.
Uh,
I don't want to relive
I mean,
that.
I don't
We
want-
go
I
to the
don't
same
need another-
room. We
I'm
go
a
to the
different person
same
now.
room.
I'm a different person now.
You quite literally.
I have a bad relationship with tubs. That's all I'm gonna say.
Is that why you always smell like that?
Why do y'all hate me?
I'm just kidding.
It's
I
a bad
press digitate
relationship
you
with
every
them.
morning before you get up.
Understandable.
Okay, so shall we go get
Do
some
we have
bread?
a map? Is there a
It's
map
the
anywhere?
morning. Let's go to Magic Lane and then go to the
What
warm
time
hearth
is it?
later.
It is 3:19 p.m.
Oh, it's not the
PM.
morning.
It's not?
Yeah. No,
Okay.
this
Time
is the
changes.
same day that you guys teleported to the ship, and then oh no,
No, it's
No, this
not.
is
No,
the
because I
next
had to.
day.
We had to spend the night
yeah.
at the ship.
Zach was wrong and silly and dumb. It's 9:17 a.m.
Okay.
Who's got the keen
Then we
mind
go
now?
get a tattoo. What?
I'm down for
Greta.
tattoo. I want to get more
Yes,
political
Greta.
lore from Devram, and I
Oh.
want to hear more about the factions. And
Wait,
he's
you
gonna have
guys
some
know-
juice about the Kefkins. I want to hear the Kefkin juice.
Wait, you
DM?
guys
Wait,
know
I don't say
Devon?
this to the DM. I'm not. Guys, I really want to make a stop at the. I turn and tell her and I say, "Hello. Do you think that they would let? I know that I don't live here, but I know that you used to live here. Do you think they would let me into the library for like an hour or two?"
Tiller goes, I mean, very possibly. I don't know where the library is here, but we can try
What,
and
you
find
don't
one.
read? You don't support the library? You don't read? She's teasing.
I think
No,
there's a
suddenly I
bookstore.
don't think I remember how to teach you more in Sinian anymore.
Oh,
That's
well, lucky for
crazy.
me, I'm in Unsen. Everyone speaks the language. I talk to them, they teach me.
Man, we better hope that I didn't teach any words wrong.
Greta gets like a. She's like, well, I didn't think of that. Anyway, you're so smart. You're so tall. You have nice hair. Maybe
I mean, we
can
could
tell me
certainly try, but I don't know where the libraries are here.
DM, can I? Do I know what the libraries are?
You guys haven't been to one in the past? You could start asking around. Before I answer that question, why don't I let the group try and figure out what it is you guys are doing, and then I'll, instead of just suddenly picking someone's thing to be done. So what that party do?
So you guys know Devram at the tattoo shop.
Micah.
Shall we go there? Or what? Is Micah okay? She said her toes are numb.
Boys.
You know, I don't know when it was. About 6 months ago, the episode 2 in 1 energy flipped. And I don't know how and when, but it did.
Let's
go
to tattoos. Let's do tattoos.
I have a tattoo that I really want to get. I
Listen,
didn't know
here's
Devram
the
did
thing.
those tattoos. Devram did
Those
this. Devram did
tattoos
my back.
are crazy expensive. So if
Well,
we need to
let's see
figure
what-
out how much we want to spend on like magic issue and how much we want to spend on.
I
I
don't need a
spent-
magic item.
if
I
I-
need a
I don't-
tattoo. I want a magic tattoo.
Okay.
Maybe.
I'm thinking that, you know, like we're
I
all,
don't need it
we're
to be
all
good.
pulling it together. I guess I'm trying to plan ahead to make sure that like if you know, Greta wants to go get a cool book from the library and Craig,
Greta also wants a tattoo, right, Greta?
Yes, I do. I
right.
really do.
that's okay. Let's go see how much they cost. I'm
Okay.
okay with like if I spend all my money on the action adventure figures, that's fine. I just
yeah.
wanted to make sure that
I have
you know.
I have a couple ideas of tattoos that I want that I'm gonna see if Devram can cut me a deal on.
plus Devram likes us, so you know we brought his jewels back.
You guys gave him jewels.
Yeah,
That's
Nom
nice.
stole his jewels,
Oh.
and that's how we found Spagoober.
Wild that that's
because
true.
I went and found
Micah,
him.
are you
and...
okay?
All right.
I feel my
Okay,
legs.
let's vote. Raise your right hand if you want to go to the tattoo shop. I'm the only one with my hand in the air.
Kind of guiltily raises his hand.
Oh,
Tell her where
tattoo!
you want to
Hello,
go.
are you gonna get a tattoo?
I mean, I kind of want one.
Oh, Tello, you and we don't have matching tattoos with them yet, do we?
No, we don't. I think
Or
we
brands.
probably should. Well,
All right,
I
let's
think we
go.
can leave off of that, but let's
Yeah.
take a look at the tattoos.
All right, so we start
Okay.
heading towards Magic Lane, and I know where I'm going. I know my Magic
Yes.
Lane.
Yeah, the party has been through. Well, and also, Ro lived here for like a year or two and has keen mind. So if nothing else, she's an excellent guide through the city. At least in most areas she's been. Micah, I am so sorry for all the distress you're in. Buddy, stand up, do like 4 squats and sit back down. It will help greatly. What you need is blood flow. Your neurons aren't responding to blood flow.
Yeah.
So
You have a
Mike-
desk, Micah. You have a desk.
dude, my goodness,
God
guy.
gave you a desk for a reason.
Listener, what you don't know is Micah is dying.
I don't mean to.
so-
Every time I
feel
sit at the
bad.
desk, my everything else hurts, and then when I
Just
sit on
every
my
time I
bed,
sit,
my
I
feet go
feel
to
the
sleep.
pain and my legs fall asleep and I cannot move
Is this
them
what
at
it's
all.
like to get older? Is this what
And you
it's
feel
like
my
to have
you're
pulse
just
beat
no,
slow.
you're just not
I want you to
okay.
know.
You're just not exercising your glutes or core. That's why everything hurts. You don't have muscular support. That all anyway.
Stop calling
So-
my butt weak.
Well, maybe that's the truth, Micah. The fun guys huddle up and start making their way through the city. You guys are aware that yes, Lando.
We passed by the monster selling shop, right?
It is on Magic Lane if you are headed there.
When we usually pass by, it's usually the first place we pass by to get to the rest of the lane, right?
Yeah,
no?
it's at the start of Magic Lane. So if you're
Okay.
going to Magic Lane, you will go there.
All right.
But yeah,
Just
no
wondering.
problem. So it's like a 2 or 3 hour walk to that portion of the city. At some point, you guys actually gain the opportunity to. There's that giant sort of like short-haired 3-horned ox creature that pulls those like public transportation carts, and you guys like wait for a second at kind of what is essentially a medieval fantasy bus stop at like a hexagonal street corner. And the paths for these creatures as they roll through the vast teeming city is very like circuitous because it's not just straight road. Like the roads are constantly diverting, and it's very easy to get lost in Port Espelisa if you don't know the way well. But you guys climb in and huddle up, and nothing crazy is happening so far. But you notice that, like, you guys have always been a little noticeable, and now many of you guys carry incredible magic items. One of you is permanently sparkling. Two of you have flora growing out of your head. One of you is covered in battle scars and face wounds. You guys, I mean, you just look like magical. You guys just look like magical epic adventurers, and you are you're turning quite a few heads, and people are taking note. And Ro, with your extremely high passive perception, you do pick up every once in a while like people muttering and whispering to each other back and forth whether or not you guys might be the warriors of the well. And then once or twice someone starts muttering, going, do you think those are the fun guys? And no one goes, no, of course. Or someone else goes, no, of course not. But the conversation is being had abound. But you guys take this rolling path of the city, and you pass many interesting structures and architectures and fascinating landscape. And eventually you guys return to this one 2-block street at the center of the market district, kind of almost near the exact heart of the city. And you guys return to Magic Lane for the first time in many, 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 many months. And it is... Man, I'm having such a hard time finding the vibe here. Oh, maybe this one. Yeah, sure. I don't know. That's fine. And Magic Lane is there. The city is filled with varying architecture, but Magic Lane is the weirdest because it has that cobblestone street with the sidewalks at either side, but it's all of those different buildings. Like every single building sitting next to the next one is bizarre. There's that one like half a block wide Gothic 3-story building that's full of those like standing spires and connecting arch walkways and huge ornate stained glass windows that you guys know to be Beat Arcane Academy halfway down the street on the right. There is immediately at your left where the cart drops off and 4 or 5 people get off and like disperse with you all. There is the long L-shaped sort of like open market bazaar of Big John's where the open hollow space around the long L desk holds this like large series of wooden tables with huge cutting boards where workers are slaving away, ripping apart monster parts and carrying barrels full of scales. And above it, it's just like one first floor narrow cut of a building, and right on top of it is just a whole different like business stuck on top of that building. And then immediately behind them, there's no alley. There's just another building pushed up against it. A little down the way, you guys recognize the like maybe 4 or 5 buildings down. There's the broad, wide, sort of like saloon style a mahogany storefront with the sort of like outpushed porch that leads down to the wide, broad, like building-wide wooden steps that lead up to the open, like parlor swinging doors that have that wooden awning supported by 6 arches. And above it, there is the giant wooden sign that has only gem inlaid glyphs carved into the sign. They don't say anything, but they magically, in illusion magic, project in front of them the image of that illusory hand drawing and writing, and below it, it says The Living Tapestry, and you guys remember this to be the magical tattoo parlor. Across the street in the opposite way, maybe only 4 buildings down the lane, there is, well, actually, 3 buildings before the giant Arcane Academy, there is that dilapidated, half-fallen-in wooden building that looks abandoned, but a few of you all know to be the secret home of the Blood Bag. All the way down to the end of the street and halfway down Magic Lane on the left hand of the corner, there is that tiny little, like, rose pink brick storefront with the wrapping display window, the green tiled roof, and the white painted sign that has little roses, and it says Rosie's Potion Parlor. 4 buildings down on the right from the immediate most start of the street, there is that really thin building, only maybe 17, 18 feet wide, just sandwiched in between 2 others, 3 stories tall, 1 window half the way up, maybe like 20 feet off the ground or 15 feet off the ground, with a sort of like slat thatched roof and a simple wooden door, no sign, and a little wooden barrel with a monkey skeleton and little purple flames in its eyes just sitting there curled up in front of it, that you all know to be Madame Miscour's majestic menagerie. You
Guys.
all are once
Y'all
again
want to kill Madame
at
Miscour
Magic Lane?
today?
Guys, do
Bro walks
y'all
by
dare
like
me? Do y'all
this.
dare me? Do y'all dare me to thorn whip the monkey?
No.
I'll thorn whip the
Oh.
monkey.
Y'all wanna kill
Balls.
Madame Miscour
I
today?
don't want to
Yeah,
cause
guys, I'm
any
feeling like
trouble in
killing
this
Madame Miscour
town.
today.
The last time we were here, think of all the trouble we
Feeling-
caused. I mean, we
We
didn't
could
start
get
it.
Yeah,
tattoos
like
as a
killing
celebration
Madame
once we do
Miscour
it. It'd be
today.
fun.
Feeling like
You guys can do whatever you want. I have an entire battle map set up, but
Of
that's
course
only if
he
you guys
does.
do it. Just
He
I am
knows-
trying to
he
be
knows
prepared
this
today. If you
too
guys go,
well.
we're gonna lop her head off.
He
I
knows
have
this
the map
too
sitting
well.
here.
I don't want
But-
to die
What do we
today,
die?
balls.
Babe, that's session 2. Let's decide session 2. Now let's go get tattoos. Let's go have
What's
a happy
session
memory.
2, balls?
We're talking out of
the
combat.
first-
What do you think, battle
It was
map in
a
character?
joke.
Come
It
on
was
now.
a joke.
Come on.
Everyone roll initiative. You've talked about it. It happens. Yeah. Micah, just jump in there, dude. Just say your thing.
sometimes I can't.
Oh.
It's all good though. Is there a bookstore in a near vicinity?
You guys do remember that if you go, Abby, you're still muted.
I remember there
Go ahead.
being one.
There's that one with
Not
the
on Magic
lady.
Lane. Not on Magic Lane. There was a separate bookstore. Yes.
Mhm. The
Yeah.
one with
so
the
if
lady
you
that
guys
I
go a different
shipped
direction. a little bit.
Spagoober with.
One you flirted
Yes.
with way back.
I kind
And
of
the
want
one
to
flirt
go.
with the
Who
bookstore person.
Craig insulted thrice, if I remember correctly.
Oh no.
Oh, Craig flirted, not me.
Yeah, Craig flirted and ended up insulting her.
When
And
you
then when she
bring up
didn't like him, he
flirting, it's
insulted
either
her a
Craig
bunch.
or Ro.
He was a Chad. Anyways,
He was probably mewing while he did it.
okay.
What? Is that what
Isn't
that's
that
called?
just
That's
where you
called
go-
mewing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't it where you just put
Anyhow.
your tongue up to the roof of your mouth?
Yeah.
You swallow a little bit too, so that your jawbones.
Oh, I didn't know that. Anyways,
I
I
walk
really
in,
want to get a book.
I go the door.
We can, Craig. I want to as well. Maybe we can do that after we get
Uh-huh.
tattoos. Question mark.
Yeah, okay.
I don't want a tattoo.
I think she might kill us though, so we should make peace with ourselves before we go do that. But I
The
like tattoos
tattoo
first.
Craig,
artist?
Who's gonna kill us?
Craig, you're
Madame
a,
Miscour.
you're a capable and responsible dude. I mean, you remember the shops like 2 streets down that way to the right. If you want, you can just go.
I'm going to go get a book.
Okay. We'll
Craig.
probably be at the tattoo parlor. If it's going to take a
Should-
while, if you want to meet us there.
Well, I mean, it's fine, right? I mean, I got the proof of detection thing on, but I mean, like, if she's gonna know we're here, she's gonna know we're here in town, right?
Well,
Anyone?
Okay, Micah is slowly sliding a book into frame without speaking, and when she did, everyone stopped. It says 3,000 questions about me.
Can Craig
don't know
get,
what it-
can Craig get this?
What?
I don't know what it is.
It's 3,000 questions to ask people, and he's gonna bother Tello with it.
Oh no!
wait, that's so fun, Micah.
I love that.
I guess
want
I'm
Craig to
just
have
gonna
3,000
put some.
questions.
Okay, so Craig walks away from the group toward the bookstore, and he's gonna go try and look there, and we're gonna see whether or not there is a book suddenly in the world called 3,000 Questions About Me. Bazz, the first shop on the left is Big John's Monster Bazaar. If you want to have business there, you don't need to.
How bizarre!
Okay, huddle up, guys.
How
Huddle up real
bizarre.
quick. Huddle up,
How
guys. Huddle up. Huddle
As
up,
Craig
I'm
walks
not-
away.
I don't huddle.
guys.
Ro
Okay,
doesn't
so I
huddle. She just
grabbed a
kind of
ruined.
stands back.
I grabbed a hag skull from the cave that we went to, and I
That's right.
have
I totally
two.
forgot about that.
I have 2 options. One, I can go try to sell it to that guy over there because I'm sure hag skulls are cool, or I can
Probably
leave
gonna
it
be
on
worth something.
Miscour's door as a message. Which
Oh,
one
We
do
should
you
leave
think
it
would
on
be
the
better?
door as a message
Look,
box.
Do
That's
not,
incredible.
guys.
Us taking her on is a really valid strategy if you really want
Yeah.
to do that. But us aimlessly egging her on
Yeah.
feels like it flies in the face of all of the experiences we've had over the last
Yeah, I
year.
don't think
You
we
know
should
what? I
poke
changed
the
my mind.
bear.
And also,
don't
why would we
poke
be
a hag.
vengeful when we could
see,
have money?
I knew
It
that.
would literally cost us money. Because it would cost us money to do that.
It would
Hold
cost
on.
the opportunity
Before we all
cost.
pile onto Bazz, I
Opportunity.
think we have to acknowledge that he has to be the responsible sane one the vast majority of the time. Every once in a while, you have an impulse. I feel you, Bazz. You know?
You
happens.
could use the restroom in a bag and you could use the toilet in a bag and leave it on
That
our
feels
door.
like it can go on worse. though.
Tello's jaw just drops open and he just looks at Ro, real surprised.
Bro, did you
That's
go to like
free.
a college where
That's
you got
free,
like
Bazz. I
flamed
can
or
do it
something
for
like
free.
that?
Joking.
I could probably make money by doing that.
I could go for free.
All right, I'm gonna go sell this to Big John. Can we do that first before we go to the tattoo shop? It'll be really fast. I promise. He loves
Yeah.
me.
Yeah,
He
sure.
loves
Okay.
me.
Okay.
So Bazz, you and the rest of the and we're coming back to you, Craig, I promise.
Big John.
You and the rest of the fun guys waltz up to that huge open bazaar. It's bustling with people. Let's go with how bouncy is this one? No. I need something kind of bouncy. Yeah, here we go. So Bazz, you walk up to the Big John's and there's shouting and bustling and people are. I mean, it's not full. There's maybe like 7 different like patrons around the edge of the counter. And just for everyone's refresher, this is like a long wrapped counter that goes across this. So it's like that's kind of the only thing at the storefront. And there's this wooden sliding like slat barrier that they could bring down to close the shop. And basically all it is just this one open like kind of like windowless area that they could pull the sheet up and down. And otherwise it's just open, and the place just smells bad, and it smells weird bad. There are 70 different smells coming at you guys right now. Like I mean, you smell a caustic sort of like acidic heavy scent that's like deep and metallic.
Formaldehyde?
A constant burn. Well, there's a separate smell that smells like embalming fluid. There's another smell that smells like something being like charred. There's something that smells kind of like rotting flesh. There's a heavy like kind of like dank mossy smell. There's an oppressive like briny seawater smell. There are so many scents coming from this place, and there's noises you guys can hear like, and there's like a. There's like this little like goblin worker they have some sort of a large monster bone, and it looks like they're trying to get marrow out of it because they have it set up on one of the flat tables in the middle of the room, and the goblin guy has his foot, which have little like the digits are slightly opposable on goblin feet with little claws, and he is holding the bone down with his feet and his weight, grasping the bone with one hand, taking a bone saw and just cutting away at the middle of it. At the back of the room, this really large orc worker, she has this long just like tendril, this tentacle in her hands, and there's this sharp blade in an arc shape sitting in a heavy stone base at the edge of one of the work desks at the back, and she's just taking it and just going trying to split it apart. And there's just workers bustling, and patrons are shouting over the counters, and there's this thin water genasi woman with like blue flowing hair that kind of like looks like liquid that drips down her back, and she's in this soaked cloak, and she's just shouting at a customer about what he can go do with something for the price he just suggested, and where he can go put that price. And in the middle of all of it, there is this very large, very broad Goliath man who's wearing essentially only shorts, an apron, nothing else. He's soaked in the blood of different creatures. He has this like one long thick gray braid of hair going down the middle of his head. He has a couple scars at like random intersections of his body. He's like maybe like he looks big and strong, but he's got like a gut on him too, and he's just walking around the shop yelling at workers. They're monster, like their wings hanging from hooks and chains on the ceiling. And as you guys approach the edge, he shouts something at a customer, and it sounds like he's cursing him out to you. But then Ro, you who speak Giant, hear him shouting at a different customer in Giant a series of curses that you know among Goliaths to be essentially a way to say goodbye. And as you guys walk up, he gets to the edge of the counter. He's kind of like, he like leans over it, large and heavy. He's so big that as he leans over on the edge of the counter, the wood bends just a little bit and creaks under him. And he like looks around at his shop with kind of a wry smile, and then he makes eye contact with Bazz, and his smile just melts.
It's the heart jar guy. I'm back.
Oh my
Didn't
goodness.
die.
Get out. I don't want to talk to you.
We did business last time. You liked what I
No,
I
you
sold you.
didn't sell me a heart and a jar. That's what happened last time.
I brought you something else.
Yeah, well, what have you got? Because if it's not gonna blow my mind, you can go. Leave.
Maybe
immediately.
I don't know. It's a hag skull from before.
Tell me
the
what you've
calamity.
got. Just
I put the hag skull on the counter. I say, huh?
you set it down on the counter.
The skull of a hag.
Leans in. Two other patrons who are there with their own items lean in and also look at it. One guy like pulls his monocles down a little bit on his nose and rubs his beard looking at it. And he goes, "It's authentic.
Yeah, I plucked it
Yeah.
off the
That
hag
could be
myself.
faked.
It's not fake.
Show it to me."
It's old. What do you mean show it? I put that's right there.
Okay, you slide it across the counter and he picks it up. He opens up the skull and he looks inside the mandible. He starts tracing his finger along like the ridge line of the palate and he goes, "Oh, that's real." He
It's real. They were
closes
real
its jaws
scary
on
too.
itself. Oh my goodness. He like reaches into like a little pocket at the side of the shorts and pulls out a tiny little single monocle, squints in his eye, starts examining it. "Oh, wow. I've never seen an anise hag skull. Entirely different formation." He sets it down on the counter, pulls out the takes the monocle out of his eye, slips it in his pocket. "That's a pretty good find there. All right, I do actually have 2 or 3 customers who would be deeply interested in that. Your redeemed plant. Are you different than the last time I saw you?"
I touched the wrong tree, and sometimes stuff happens. It's unfortunate.
Okay. You're shiny now. I've got questions,
Yeah.
but what do you want for the skull?
I got questions.
I don't know, man. I honestly just wanted to say sorry. You just give me whatever you think is fair, and then call it even, I guess.
Ro kind of
Really?
Yeah.
looks at her.
Like if you can
Okay,
shake my
5
hand
gold.
at the end of it, if you can shake my hand and feel good about it, then I'll feel good about it.
Yeah, okay.
Right.
Fine by me. 5 gold. He holds out a giant, huge
Okay.
hand.
I thought we had better rapport than that. That's
Greta.
silly. That's
Greta,
silly.
I know, I'm trying to make
You
all
know-
the money I can
Do
at any
you
time.
know how much a hag
That's
skull
fine.
should be? I feel like you've been around the block with some
How about
things.
this? How about you put it on my
Right?
account, and when I need to, okay, Greta. Okay, this is our hag expert over here. Greta,
Yeah,
come look at. Come.
she's been around the block.
Have you ever seen
Greta,
Pawn
you
Stars?
walk up to the you walk up to the counter that you're not tall enough to get over, and as you start walking out of it, he doesn't even blink. Like it's habit, he reaches down behind the counter, pulls out a little wooden stool, and hands it over the counter to you. You get the feeling that he has a lot of short customers.
Yeah.
So he
That's
down,
cool.
you climb up, and you can see over the counter.
DM, would I have any idea? Do
I
the
mean,
hags?
You know a lot about hags. The hags don't typically make financial transactions for each other's bones. That's not
Yeah.
a common part of living among them. But you can. Are you proficient in Arcana?
Yeah.
I'm proficient in Arcana.
You can make an Arcana check
yeah.
to try and approximate its value
Can I try
Okay.
Zachary?
if you want.
I don't.
It'll
I
be
am
much
proficient in
higher for the
Arcana.
people who are not as accustomed with hags. But you
Haggish?
can try.
Yeah.
I got a 16.
Oof, mine was not good. I'm not going to say. I got a 16 as well, actually.
Wait, I'm gonna try just to see before y'all say before he says. Oh no, never mind.
What'd you get, Ro?
What? I didn't roll. I don't know.
If you roll it, you got to say it.
I got a 1.
That's gone on the average.
Wait, I can't add to
Ro-
that, can I?
You like no, it's a nat one. You
That's what I
lean
thought.
into it, and as you do, like one of the like someone next to you is standing with
Yeah.
a bag full of something,
Yeah.
and something has soaked through the bottom of the bag. You're not sure, a dark liquid, and come out and spilled on the bottom, and you didn't see it. And as you're leaning in to look at the skull, your foot slips in the slick, and bam! And so as you guys are all discussing the price, Ro slips and slams her head on the counter in front of you. Bam! And Ro, you take a point of bludgeoning.
Wonderful.
Gretta and Bazz, okay, that's a very hard item to gauge the value of, but you have sold monster parts before, so definitely north of like 100 gold. It'd be hard to pin down and say what, but it's worth a lot. That's a very rare and valuable find for the right crowd. I mean, some people might pay 30 gold, but some people would pay hundreds of gold depending on who you're selling it to. Also,
Okay.
just a quick reminder, just a quick reminder for everyone. I put this up a while back. Just because gold can seem kind of alien, remember that a copper is basically $3 and a gold is basically $300. So when I say 30 gold, I do mean like $9,000. It's a good reminder of how much a gold is worth.
It is helpful.
So
Okay.
when Bazz tips people in platinum, he's giving them $3,000 every time.
Yep.
I love that. I'm Mr.
how
Beast
much
out
that
here.
worth.
Okay, so
Essentially,
okay, I know that you have to make a profit on this, and I
Well, that's true.
think you could probably sell it for about 200, 250. So I take 150 gold for it.
200. Give me a persuasion check.
Okay, this is fun.
Yeah, Greta?
I was
He
gonna
hasn't rolled?
insist, but I can't think of a way that.
If you want to try and give me a sleight of hand check, you could try and cast guidance on him without
That is unnatural
John
20.
No, I don't want to.
Unnatural 20.
unnatural 20.
I don't
That's
need
pretty
to.
good, boss. I forget how good your modifier is. He like rubs his chin. 225.
Okay.
All right. Holds out a big meaty hand.
I shake it with my little meaty hand.
He squeezes it a little hard, makes some eye contact, and he goes, Mars, quid pay the man. And he picks up the
25.
skull and walks away from the counter. And that Genasi woman comes out and just starts putting gold on a scale and weighing it out. And you are distributed your funds. When you get done, she goes, do you have anything else you want to sell? Or is that it?
That's all I
Greta?
got.
Did you want to show him? Oh,
I will actually.
I don't
Thank
think
you,
this is a good idea, but
okay. I was just asking.
Tello leans in and goes, I don't know what we're talking about yet, but I also don't think it's a good idea.
You're
He
so.
starts wiggling
you're
his
so
eyebrows.
DM.
He can do that thing where he independently wiggles his eyebrows, so he just does that a couple times.
He can do the Draco Malfoy.
He can do it, yeah. I was gonna say the Dwayne the Rock Johnson, but yes, the Draco
I'm gonna
Malfoy
write
as
that
well.
down.
oh man.
Okay.
Hello. Can do the
I kind of regret telling you that now.
Malfoy.
Okay. Do you do a thing or not do a thing?
Well,
Okay.
what monster parts do they have available? I just want to like. No, I don't. Do I have to talk to someone?
Oh, you guys
or
are
is
looking
there,
at
like-
buying? We have almost everything. If you guys are looking for something in particular, this is the wrong voice. If you guys are looking for something in particular, we have almost everything.
Okay, is there a place where I can browse, or is it? Do I have to ask for something?
No, you gotta know what you're looking for.
Okay, well, I don't know what I'm looking for, so I'll come back later. Thank you so much. And I
Okay. All right. Goodbye. And she just walks away. They're not very polite here. Smash cut. Greg. You have walked 3 blocks the other direction, taken a right, hung a left, and then gone past 2 different coat shops. And you are returning to the storefront of Texts and Tomes. I have not the slightest idea how I originally described this building, so I'm just going to re-describe it because I did not listen to all 9 Port Spundysong episodes in preparation for this episode. So, you oh, okay, Jackie. You go to the front of it's like an all stained pine wood building that has sort of like a base ridge buffer at its bottom, and then like a sort of like ovular door, and the center of it is all hollow, and it's just like a metal lattice with sort of like frosted glass. It's very simple, but it's lovely, and there are 2 display windows at either side. With like a sort of stone frame around the building that has a slightly raised octagonal roof. And the really cool thing is that the 6 businesses that make up this building are all pie slices of the same larger structure. They're hexagonally made into each other. And it's not actually like a straight pie slice. They come back to like a square prismatic back, and there's like a hollow area in the middle. You assume kind of like a shared alley. Maybe it enters into somewhere else. But they rest up against other cluster of buildings, and as you walk to the front, through the display windows on either side, you can see into tall standing bookcases with books aligned on them, and over the top it says Texts and Tomes, and you remember this being the place that you first bought reading materials when you came to Port Spundysong.
Craig's on a mission. He's
Okay.
not playing around.
You go in.
He like sprinted to the bookstore.
Oh, okay.
And then he like opens the door and makes a beeline for the counter. And he's
Okay,
like,
so as you swing that door open and walk in the way every bookstore owner wants, breathing heavily and a little sweaty, you just beeline for the sort of arched desk at the back, and there's like a door right in the center behind it that goes to like a back holding room. And as you remember in the store, it's kind of got like that dark sort of smooth. It's like the cobblestone outside, but it's all been smoothed down to one smooth layer and like polished. And there are like 3 or 4 tiny little different scale colored kobold workers there going around with books and repositing things. And there's 2 or 3 other customers in the store pulling scrolls out of like slotted sections of the shelves, opening them and reading them. And as you walk up to the counter, there are stools of 2 different heights that a slightly shorter race and a much shorter race would need to stand at either side of the desk, because the city, as a metropolitan it is, needs to accommodate people of wildly different sizes. And as you walk up to the only slightly helping stool and walk up it, there is a bronze dragonborn woman with sort of like a coppered patina to the edge of her like a green patina to the edge of like the arch ridges that come off of her conical face and the horns that curve upward. She has a couple jewelry like bracelets studded and beaded up her horns, and she's wearing a deep green silk sort of like tunic dress, and she's like examining something behind you. And as you ring the doorbell as you come in, and the time it takes you to walk from the door to the counter, as athletic and determined as you are, is like 2 seconds. So by the time you've turned around, she's turned around, you're already there, and she goes, "Oh." And I'd like you to give me an odds or evens, Craig.
oh, can I say evens? No, odds. I felt odds. I'm gonna go with odds.
It's a good call. It was a 15. She does not remember you from the last time you were here. So she turns around at you and smiles and says, "Hello, how can I be helpful today?"
Hi. I
You're the best, Micah.
I need some help. I need questions, and I feel like you might have a book that has good questions for getting to know people. You see, I have a friend, and part of me wants to befriend this friend even more, but also to slightly annoy him with the questions as a side effect of being friends. And I was wondering if you have a book that has questions in it.
Micah, I can't imagine this campaign without you. She just she looks puzzled, and like people rub a beard, she rubs the horns coming out of her jawline, and she goes, "That is a very specific ask, sir. Mostly people write books to fill them with information or stories. But let me go really look around the shop for a little bit if you're okay. Are you all right? Are you in some sort of danger? There's a lot of intense energy coming off of you."
This idea came to mind, and I
I'll
can't not think about it.
Yeah, give me just a second. And she walks behind the sort of cloth veiled doorway to the back. She walks out a second later with like a little glass with some water in it, and she goes, "Let's start by having you drink that."
Thank
She
you.
slides it
I
across
did
to you, and
need
she goes,
that. I am dehydrated.
That makes sense. I'm gonna go look, and Craig just boom chugs it, sends it down the counter. Okay, and she goes,
"Thanks.
I'm gonna go take like a kid drinks water, just like having a drink between the gulps." And she's just like, "All right." And she goes and looks around for books. She's looking for about 10 minutes. Craig, I want you. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna make this a thing of chance, because there's just no reason I can imagine that the thing you're asking for would be in this world. But also, I love it. So we're gonna do a D100 roll, and here's what we're gonna do. I'm going to have you. If don't roll the D100 yet. Remember, you roll both the D100 and the D10. If you guys are 11th level. If you get 11 or lower, exactly what you are asking for will be in this shop. Like exactly what you're asking for. If you get a 25 or lower, something very similar will be in the shop. If you get a 50 or lower, something vaguely adjacent will be there. And anything higher, she's just going to bring back a different kind of book. So you can go ahead and roll.
So I rolled the D100 and D10.
Yes. Anytime you roll a D100, you roll both because the 10 counts for the ones place.
I got an 85.
Okay. She
Can I
walks
burn
back
my
a little bit
inspiration?
later. Yes, you can if you want. Oh,
I love you,
I
Craig.
love you, Mike.
Oh, Micah, you're the best.
A
You're the best, Micah.
45.
Okay. So she walks back to the counter and she lays a couple books down. And then slides them out and separates them from each other. And she goes, all right. I have one book called Getting to Know Yourself. And it's a memoir of recollections about someone who didn't realize that they were suffering from a magical curse. Also about going through puberty. Then I have this book.
Sounds like an awesome book. I want to read that.
I have.
Sounds like that
this
American Girl book that everyone read in middle school.
Was
Yes.
puberty the magical curse they were going through?
Basically, yeah.
Then she puts her hand on a book in the middle and she goes, this one is called A World of Questions, and it's all about good questions to ask anytime you arrive in a new city. It's sort of a travelogue, and questions about where you can find important buildings. It has some travel advice, and spends a lot of time doing a food review of Czech. Then we have this book here at the left, and she places her hand on the third binding. It's like sort of like a slim, narrow book with a light green binding, and scrolled in like black text. It has this one's called I Wish I Knew You, and it just has a series of open-ended questions. Truth be told, I've never been able to sell it.
Just open-ended questions, like philosophical, theological, emotional, spiritual.
They
physical.
range really far and wide.
He, like,
It's a
raises
strange
his
book.
hand. Like, can I look at
You
it?
can look at it, sir. Yeah. And Craig very creepily reaches his hand on the counter and slides it off and opens it up. And Micah, what we're gonna do is, if you buy this book, every time you open it, it's got like a couple hundred questions in it. And there's a foreword from the author at the beginning that, after a brief read, hints you into the fact that the author is a very strange person. Like, they only talk about themselves in the second person, which is not a way you can refer to yourself. And they like refer kind of like, and like you have to get even what it is that they're trying to do at the beginning. And then you get the feeling that they think that they're very smart. The author feels weird, but the questions aren't bad. And if you buy this book, what's going to happen is you're going to roll a D20 every time you pick a different question. And if you get your level or lower, you get to read a question out of your book that you want to ask Tello. And if you get above an 11, I'll make up a question that's in the book.
That's so fun.
I love that. I love that so much. I'm getting this book.
Okay. So you can do that in role play now.
Yes, this is perfect. How much?
You know what? It's been on my shelves for so long, and you're so enthusiastic about this. Let's price it at 2 silver. Now comes the part of the episode where Micah looks at the money Craig has for the first time.
What is EP?
Electrum. Electrum is worth a little bit more than silver.
Can you break an electrum?
Micah, give me an odds or evens, because that's a rare form of currency, but it's not impossible.
I'm feeling evens now.
Nat 20. Wow,
you.
Micah's a lucky gal today.
My
she goes,
intuition.
I actually can, if you have some.
Yes.
Yeah. If you slide an electrum, I can break that. You have to sit there
Really
for a long
appreciate you.
time as she sorts through a drawer. But 1 silver is worth half an electrum. So she just gives you like so the electrum's perfect. Anyway, she does the exchange. Wait, that's not right. It's like 5. Anyway, she does the necessary exchange. You can write off an electrum, and she gives you back. I think that would be. We're gonna say that she gives you back 3 silver and change because 10 is the conversion rate to gold, but electrum is half of a gold, so I think it's to half. So you pay her an electrum. She gives you back 3 silver. You can put 3 silver in your inventory, and she slides you over the book. And so, Micah, I beg of you, in Craig's channel, type up. Craig has question book 11 or lower. My questions 12 or higher. Zach's questions, and we just have that to reference in the future. And I'll let you tippity type that up. And I know that this is distracting while you're doing that, but could you give me one more odds or evens?
Odds?
Okay. Do you look for anything else while you're in the shop?
I'm gonna look for paladin books. Or
Aw.
not paladin books, but like things that pertain to more like paladins, you know? But like obviously like Craig's not like, I'm a
Micah, you cut out a
barbarian.
pretty good amount for me just then. What was that you said?
Oh. Just like things that would pertain to most paladins. But more like is that such a thing?
Okay. Are you
Bible.
looking for something? Are you looking for something about martial combat? Are you looking for something about maintaining armor? Are you looking for something
What's the maker's
about,
equivalent to a Bible?
history, about religion? What was
What's
that?
the
Micah?
what's the maker's equivalent to a Bible?
There isn't one. You are aware that Yekhala is one of the most hidden lore beings in the entire world, and you all have only learned about him through some of the most severe and incredible instances in recent reality.
Ah, yes, this is true. I think I'm good for today. I'm cute! Anyways. So cute. Zach's married. That's awesome.
I just, my wife came home and I kissed her because she's really pretty.
He's white.
Anyway. Do you do something else in the bookshop or do you go back to the party?
So I'm gonna start leaving and then I'm gonna like pause and turn back to her and be like, you probably don't remember me.
Oh, I'm sorry. Sir, I don't know that I do.
Oh, no, that's okay. There was one time that I came into the bookshop and I didn't treat you well, and I'm really sorry about that. And I'm really sorry that I was kind of a jerk to you, and you may not remember it, but you still deserve that apology. So
Well, I don't remember, but that's very kind of you, sir. It's much appreciated. Thank you.
that's all. I hope you have a good day. Hope everyone's nice
I
to
hope
you.
you have a wonderful day. What was your name? So I remember you for next time.
Craig?
Craig. I hope you have a wonderful day, Craig.
Thank you.
And she waves her
And he
hand
walks
and you pass out of the store.
New book. And then as
you
he
go
goes out of the
return-
Well, I was gonna say that as he leaves, she sees him skipping out the through the windows.
Okay, which sounds like because that's a man who
As he's
at,
looking at his
less
new
than
book.
5 feet tall is 200 pounds of muscle, skipping around covered in weapons. And as you
Looking at his book.
back down the street, it's a very athletic skipping too. It's fast. It's got a lot of quad power in it. As you skip your way back to the rest of the group, their time done on Magic Lane, or well, on at Big John's, not on Magic Lane. Where do you guys head next?
Tattoos for me.
Let's go get tattoos. Tattoos.
And then the hag.
Oh, wait, did Craig meet up with us or is Craig still on his way?
Yeah, he's
I
going to
forgot.
find y'all.
Okay. Is
As you
Zach
guys get to,
Gross? I don't
you
like
work
when
your way
Zach does
further down
that.
the street, and
Makes me uncomfortable.
Eventually, you make your. Amor da minha vida. É possível se fazemos isso mais tarde? Okay. As you guys make your way back down to that like large wooden parlor sort of style building, you work your way through those sort of swinging doors, not slinging doors, and as you guys push them open, you guys are greeted with, once again, the living tapestry where you have not been in forever. It's that sort of like 30-foot wide, maybe 50-foot long room, and the entire place is just, there's like one receptionary desk immediately at the left or at the right that no one's ever at, and there's no windows into the front of the shop, so all the light is held from sort of sources overhead, and like sort of candles and chandeliers and stuff. And there are those sort of 8 reclining chairs that can like turn and twist and pivot, that have like that sort of leather backing to them, and sort of that stuffed leather that you guys can lay down in. And there's that long bank of mirrors at either side of the building, running the entire length, and they kind of go from like 2 feet off the ground all the way almost to the ceiling. Huge reflective surface, and it does create that incredibly cool illusion because there's mirrors on either side where it gets infinite going outward into themselves, which, given the rarity of mirrors in this world, is probably the only place that you guys see that illusion. A pretty rare instance of that. We'll say that there's like 2 or 3 other people in here getting tattoos right now. Several artists working on them with that sort of more classic pricking tattoo style. None of the artists you guys met when you were originally here are present. It appears to all be different artists, because, a lot of people in the city, a lot of variants. And different people who are going to be working on shift, not always going to be the same artist. But at the back of the room, right before you get to a sort of mini hallway that culverts into the back and doors that lead to different storage areas on either side, there is that long desk, that wide desk, and there is a middle-aged, very large and imposing, gray-skinned orc man, or half orc with like those shallow tusks sticking out of his protruding lip. He's entirely bald, and he has those thin-rimmed circular reading glasses on either side. And he's today he's wearing sort of like a strongly lapelled white shirt that has like a little black vest over that, and then it has like a little blue ascot in the middle that's tucked down into the vest. And you can see the bottom of just sort of like some black dress pants, and then some black, like very simple leather dress shoes that are almost kind of completely smoothed under that have little silver tips on the end of either of them. And he's sitting there just scrolling away on some parchment with a quill. And you guys walk in the front, and the doors behind you.
Hello there.
I walk towards.
Tello has not disappeared. He is there.
I walk towards.
And I'll tell you what.
Back where
You guys walk
Ro
right in the building. You take a breath, and then the moment you guys, Ro is there. Weirdly, Gretta's not. And as you guys walk right in the front, the 4 of you, right behind you, you guys hear, and then Craig comes barreling in the back of you guys. Gretta has returned. And Craig is also there.
I walk up to Devrim at the back counter.
Okay. You guys get halfway through the room, and Devrim, who's like sort of writing at the back there, looks up and smiles, and you all can see him with his regular pageantry that he must show to patrons, and he looks up and goes, the fun guys. And he sort of like stands up from his desk, and the 2 people who are being worked on look up from their respective positions. One looks up and studies you guys, sort of furrowing their brow, like sort of like, oh, who are these individuals? And the other one looks up with some surprise on your face, and you see an amount of recognition gained, and their jaw drops a little bit, and you get the feeling like, oh yeah, your reputation is starting to precede you places. And as you guys walk through the space where you can see the reflection bouncing infinitely to either side, you recognize just how stunning you all look. this party of some of you magically armored individuals covered in powerful weapons, each of you with gold represented somewhere in your physical constitution. And as you guys look in, for the record, some of you all haven't seen your reflection in 4 or 5 months. And as you look at yourselves now, you have?
Yeah, because I have the mirror. I showed everyone what we looked like. At least
this is just
mirror.
in, Jim. It turns out I'm wrong. But
I'm sorry.
where you all were able to briefly see your faces,
Yeah,
you see
yeah,
your
yeah.
entire bodies for the first time in quite some time. And you all can see, you all are struck as you walk through the space together. How
I winked
different
at
you all
myself.
look than where you started your
Okay,
journey.
Jackie.
How at the beginning you guys were just this sort of like desultory group of unlikely figures, and now as you all look at yourselves in the picture, wow. Those of you who had dreamed of heroes all your life, you fit the bill. And more so. Those of you who had grown up hearing of warriors, you certainly have that appearance. It's striking how some of you look older, some of you look younger, some of you all are leaner now than when you left. Some of you are muscular. You are covered in scars you didn't have. You're just struck by your own appearances as you walk in the space. And Devram walks the rest of the halfway. He's a big man. You'd kind of forgotten. Not necessarily like lean in an aesthetic way, but very burly and muscular, and his clothes are well suited to him. He's not too tall, kind of average height, about Bazz's height, and he walks across the room, and he reaches out a large hand to Ro in the front, and he says, I can't believe you guys are back. It's an honor to see you all again.
Yeah, likewise. And she shakes his hand.
You are the best tattooer in town, so where else really are we supposed
Quite
to go,
possibly
right?
in Yellowburn.
Both of the artists look up when you guys say that he's the best tattoo artist, and he his eyes dart to either side, and he goes, "No, without question, absolutely, that's the wrong voice. No, without question." Well, it's an honor to have the people who saved our city and who slew the Kefkin general back in my shop. What can I do for you all today?
I think we're looking to possibly get some tattoos.
Matching tattoos.
Maybe matching, yeah. I was
Definitely
wanting
matching.
to look at possible magic tattoos. I don't
Me too.
remember exactly how much
Me
those.
also.
I know they're pretty penny, but I'd like to.
He
look
smiles
at that.
broadly, his tusks protruding further from his thick lip, and he goes, Let's have you all take a seat and we can look over the numbers again. It's so hard to do Big John's and then Evram's
Remember
back to back.
you had the same problem when we
Yeah,
first
I
were here
remember
too.
this.
Yeah, it's really difficult. So he takes you to the desk and he pulls up. He has a bunch of chairs. He often consults people in groups. I also really need to get some tea. My voice is getting thin, but we'll get there. And as he sits you guys in front of the desk, he goes, as Zach pulls up the document, he refreshes you all that. Here we go. So I have amended my prices on the on the non-magical tattoos slightly. Actually, I've amended all the prices slightly. So he informs you all that, I mean, this is still maybe the most renowned tattoo parlor in the world. This place is a big deal. The reason it's so few people are here is because not a lot of people can afford it. And so the non-magical tattoos, a small tattoo is 3 gold, which doesn't sound like a lot, but remember, a gold is the equivalent of $300. So, and a small tattoo I'm describing is anywhere from like a tiny little design up to about like 5 inches. It's probably going to qualify as a small tattoo. Then a medium tattoo is 15 gold, and a large tattoo is 50. And that's something like large can be like half your body almost.
Mm-hmm.
Like you could be getting like a leg sleeve for 50. And you all remember that the way that they do it here is they just tattoo you till they're done. So there's no multiple sessions. If you're getting like a leg sleeve, it's like, okay, we're going to sit down and do this for 8 hours. I assume you all would like me to go through the magical tattoos as well?
Yes.
Okay.
I have an idea of the one I want, but I don't know if they do them here.
Me too.
Are they still one attunement slot?
They are. Magical tattoos
Okay.
are still an attunement slot.
And so I can make sure I'm counting it right, our attunement is equal to our proficiency bonus, correct?
Yes.
I've been
Remember,
playing this
attunement
game for
slots
so
equal to
long.
your proficiency bonus. Hey man, sometimes you
Wow.
gotta check. So first of all, there are some standard magical tattoos that 5e offers that he also offers. The Illuminator's Tattoo, Lifewell, Shadowfell, and Coiling Grasp. You guys can Google those or pull them up. I think it's in Tasha's. And
Can you say them
you can
again?
get more Yes.
There's-
Illuminator's
Okay.
Tattoo. Lifewell Tattoo. Shadowfell Brand Tattoo. And the Coiling Grasp Tattoo. Between you and me, I think that these are all kind of a little bit beneath you guys now. But they are options. I'm going to tell you the other things he offers. So first of all, there are some of this is 5e, some of this is homebrew. There are magical tattoos here that can give you additional spell slots. So if you want another cantrip, that's 1,000 gold. A first level spell is 2,000. A second level spell is 3. A third level is 4th. A fourth level is 5, and a fifth level is 7. And then there are also tattoos here that can increase your AC. So if you want a +1 increase to AC, that's a $2,000 or 2,000 gold tattoo. And the idea here being that like the reason you're paying so much is that you are getting a fine tattoo, but they are using the magical components necessary to enchant in your tattoo. So like magical inks and powderized gems. And then on top of that, that all the tattoo artists here are some of the most highly trained in the world because they are not only incredible tattoo artists with their own styles, they are all of them enchanters. Everyone here is a different form of mage as well. And they magically enchant the tattoo as they give it to you, which elongates the time. So +2 to AC for 4,000 gold. And if you want a +3 to AC, it's 8,000.
Sorry, I'm trying to take notes. And I so +1 to AC
no
is
problem.
what?
2,000 gold.
Okay.
And how many gold equals a platinum? I know we talked about this earlier, but
100.
I just
Copper, silver, gold, platinum are all on a scale of 10s.
okay.
So a silver is 10 copper, gold is 10 silver, and a platinum. And also, not trying to be sassy, remember I made that whole table that
Yes,
explains
I'm
everything
sorry.
about currency and war. No, it's
Sorry.
okay. Not trying to be sassy, just if it's helpful. So the +2 to AC is 4,000 gold, and then the +3 to AC is 8,000 gold. Also, some of the price gating here is literally meant to keep players from breaking the game too easily. There are also the skill tattoos. So you can increase any of your ability scores by 2 by paying for a tattoo from this category. Each one is 4,000 gold. And if they can go above 20, but then that's 8,000 gold. And that's going to take like 12 hours to tattoo. There are finally, am I going too fast, Lando, or is that okay?
I'm good now. I've got it.
Okay. No, it's okay. I'm just checking. There are also the resistance tattoos. Those are 2,000 gold each. And if you get that tattoo, you gain resistance to that kind of damage. And there's one for every damage type. So you can gain cold resistance, fire resistance, force resistance, lightning resistance, so on.
Love that.
You're gonna turn on my
Okay.
right.
Gotcha.
I have a question.
And Devram just runs through all those prices. Yeah.
Okay. If there's a different one from Tasha's, would that be available?
I'm sure. What's
Again.
the other one from Tasha's you're looking at?
It was the Masquerade tattoo, which is a pretty simple one. It's a common, and it does obviously acquire attunement. It's just it gives you once per long rest or once per day the disguise self spell, which I thought
Okay.
would be cool for Ro because she gave all of those up, but I thought it would be cool for her to have a tattoo that brings it back.
It's a common tattoo, so I'm gonna say you could get that one for like it's disguise self. I'm gonna say you could get that for like 300 gold.
Okay.
Maybe like 350 gold. No, it would still be an attunement slot because it is still magic.
Yeah, I know that. Yeet.
What's everybody interested in?
I'm
Are
interested in. Oh, go ahead.
Or I know you.
No, that was a
Are
good
all
sound.
of the Tasha's tattoos available?
Probably. What one are you looking at?
I'm just curious. I'm looking at them.
Have they expanded it since when I last looked?
There's quite a few.
I mean,
I was looking
I'm-
through the book earlier.
I'm probably gonna say most of them.
Okay, how about spell rot tattoo?
Okay. Would you mind reading it for me?
The bearer of spell rot tattoo chooses a spell and can cast it once per day without material components. For a cantrip or first level, it's considered common. For second or third, it's uncommon. For a fourth or fifth, it's rare.
Okay, then we would just scale it like that. So a cantrip would be like 250 gold. A common would be like maybe like 350. Then an uncommon I would call no, 250, 500, 750, 1,000 probably. From
So for a third level spell, it would be 50, 500? 50?
wait. Was the cantrip common?
I'm gonna send it to you. I'm gonna send it in the
Okay,
chat.
thank you. Thank you.
That's... Sorry, I didn't copy it. Wow.
Okay. Anyone else have
So-
any thoughts while Abby's working on that? Unless she's already
first
sent.
level it's cantrip and first level is common. Second and third level is uncommon.
Okay. If it scales that quickly, then I'll just price it at like 250 for common and uncommon, 500 for the common is 250, the uncommon is 500, and the rare is 1,000. Wow, that took so much work to get out.
Okay. So uncommon is 500.
Yes. Wow, that was a
Okay.
ton of work.
Sorry.
Micah, you're interested in AC and ability scores?
Yes.
That was
What
awesome.
specifically?
Well, I'm a little torn between how much was, because my AC used to be like 15 and now it's 11, which feels kind of stinky. But I was wondering how much it is to go up to.
If you want to get a
4K?
+2 increase in AC, that's going to be 4,000 gold. Yes. You
40
could
platinum.
also, 40 platinum. You could also go buy a set of heavy armor, a full plate, which almost all
I forgot
paladins
about that.
wear.
I forgot we
That's
talked
going to
about
be
that.
a lot less than 4,000 gold, and that'll increase your AC to 18.
Okay. Ability scores. How much is it to increase? Is it the score or is it no, it's the score that affects the modifier. I forgot about that. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna look into
Yeah,
that.
so it's
how
a
much is it for,
+2.
like? Hmm.
4,000 gold for all the ability scores.
4,000. Okay, so that would be 40 silver.
No, a silver is worth less than a gold.
Not silver. Sorry, no platinum. I'm thinking both are silver color.
So a platinum is worth 10 gold. So
Okay.
That'd be 400 platinum.
400 platinum. Okay. I don't have that.
Wait, a platinum's worth 10 gold?
I don't think it's 100 gold, unless I'm
Oh, it's
massively
10.
misremembering.
Is it 10? I might be wrong. It might
I
be
believe
10.
so. I believe so. Let me pull it up real quick. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, a platinum is 10 gold.
I got it wrong.
Which, and I
So-
truly do not mean this sassy and patronizing. There is that table in the Lauren reference.
I'm looking at it right now.
I refuse to look at tables, so And
I
couches.
respect that.
We don't.
I only like chairs.
How much?
We respect
'cause
religious rights here.
I have 200
Stupid joke.
platinum and 280 gold. How much do y'all have?
So that means you have 2,280 gold.
I don't
Just
have enough. I don't have enough to get one of the big guys. That's why I kind of wanted the masquerade one because it's kind of fun because it can change too.
You
I
want, bro?
have
I
4,830 gold on me, basically in
You
platinum.
have how much?
4,830.
Yeah, but not all of us can get like.
I'm
We
not
couldn't
getting
all
a
get
magic
the big
tattoo,
one,
no.
the big guys, you know.
What do you
so I don't
want,
want to do
Jackie?
that. I think I want the masquerade one because I just think it would be
Okay.
cool for Ro to have like an homage to her past self
Aw.
of doing the disguise thing, and she could do it every now and then if she wanted to for fun, but it's not like her identity anymore. But
That's
it's like
really
an
cool.
homage to it.
I like that. I have like 3,000 gold. If you need, like, I can help. If
I
you
have
need.
I have enough to get the 350 one. Because I didn't want to spend all of our money. I didn't feel that was
so what that party do? bro?
necessary.
We're just-
Party do.
Chatting. We just
Oh,
do.
We
Zachary.
be chatting.
I just realized
Sir.
in D&D, I guess in Tasha's, the tattoos come from a single item, and the tattoos temporarily appear when you want them to, and then you attune to them, and then when they run out after a certain amount of time, and you have to reapply the needle to make it happen. Is it different?
Yes,
in
I
Yalbrin?
do run it differently than Tasha's.
Okay, cool. I didn't realize that. That's cool.
Yeah, I do it this way because it's a lot simpler, but I'm not
And cool.
opposed.
Cool. Although I mean
How much
the
for
spell
one-
slot would be cool, but I don't.
What was that, Micah?
Yeah, go ahead, Mike.
How much for one ability score modifier?
4,000.
I have it. Yeah, 4,000. So that would be all of the gold that we have.
Dang.
You could get an additional spell slot though. You do use spell
Yeah,
slots
that would
now.
be that'd be
That would
half
be
the spell.
1,000.
That'd be-
Well, if you wanted just an extra cantrip, that would be 1,000 gold.
There's also no pressure. You guys can go back here when you have more money.
I was thinking of spell rot. Is it okay? Is 500 an okay amount to spend?
Oh yeah, yeah, for sure. That's 50
So
platinum.
who else? Yeah,
Yes, 50 platinum. And I
Got it.
have I have that. So I can
and
Oh,
I
sure.
have the amount for mine.
Greg, if you want to get a tattoo, get a tattoo.
Says Roy in her voice.
Now you do know how the attunement slots work for magic items and stuff like that, right, Micah?
Yeah.
So if you get one of these tattoos, it will permanently take up one of those slots, so you won't be able to like have like a magic item or something like that. Until
Or
unless
else
you
you'll end
beg
up getting it removed by
yeah, unless you
Bella
beg
Andra.
Bella Andra to remove it for you. And good luck with that. She almost stopped halfway through for me.
I'm just gonna go with a regular tattoo. I'm not gonna do magical. And y'all, you want to know? Wait. Can we go and get the tattoo if we made up our mind now? Is there like a spot that's open?
Yeah, most of the tables are open here.
Okay, I'm just gonna get a regular tattoo, and it's gonna be the maker symbol is greater than my highs and lows on my wrist.
Micah,
Look, that's
Micah,
so funny.
Micah.
so
Can I get
good.
that? Would you mind, Micah? Would you be offended if that was our matching tattoo? Like, could we all get that matching? Like, you would just want that to be a Micah thing? Because I would 100% be down to get that as our matching tattoo.
Y'all can follow suit, but this is Craig's paladin tattoo now.
Okay,
This is
Yeah,
I
his
won't- I
reminder
won't
that
do it.
he's now different. And
Okay.
he thinks
Okay.
he's quirky and different,
Well,
but he's just not.
the last time Craig got branded in Port Resplendissant, we all got branded too, except for Ro. So that would make sense if Craig was picking the tattoo that we all got as well. Anyways,
Now,
poetic.
do y'all
but
all want that? It's okay if y'all all don't. You don't
I
all
was
want that.
kind of, I was thinking about maybe some fungus, but I don't know if that's doing the
I would love that,
Oh.
hello.
what if we all get a different mushroom and Devram chooses?
Well, I had an idea for mine, but the one that I'm looking at, I'll be able to. It'll change. It can change around.
I was thinking of a non-magical one as well. Like maybe all of us get the matching non-magical, and then you get the magical
Yeah.
one.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
could
I
do
like
that.
that too.
I think that'd be great.
Mhm.
So we have like some of the fun guys have bread tattoos, right?
Yes, three of the fun guys
Three of
have
you
bread
guys
tattoos.
do.
I forgot where I put mine. I
It was
think
on your
forgot as well.
shoulder, I think.
I did, like on my collarbone.
Since it wasn't specified, we'll say that it's in between Greta's eyebrows.
This whole
like
time
that.
she's had a
No.
baguette right here.
Loafing.
It's cool. I get to make a tattoo
yeah, I
section.
mean, I could get a small little tattoo. I mean, or even a medium of like
I'll do a small.
I'm going to get a small tattoo.
I'm gonna get a small fungus, and I'm gonna let Devon pick
Yeah.
which kind of fungus I get.
nice.
I think I'm probably going to do the same.
Yeah.
Greta, could you subtract 3, or Abby, could you subtract 3 gold from Tello's money? Yeah. Also, I don't think anyone ever gives him money.
We all pull
Yeah, every
money.
time you-
He's.
How much money does he have?
I
on
was
him?
gonna pay for him. I was gonna
He
pay for
actually
his
has
tattoo.
a lot. He's like doing
Yes.
pretty good.
He has a lot of money from the beginning of the campaign because he never spends it on anything.
Cool.
And then anyone who wants a small tattoo, go ahead and
Yeah.
subtract 3 gold from your inventory.
Can I get 2 small tattoos?
Girl, follow your heart's content. I trust you all to keep up with the money. Just please make sure you change and
Yeah.
deduct it accordingly.
I do
just
that on
subtracted
a
3.
note. Is that like I do that online? Is that okay?
As long as you have record, I don't care. Micah, is Craig getting the maker symbol is greater than as well as the fungus tattoo?
Is the fungus tattoo regular or magical?
Yeah, it's just
Regular.
it's a 3 gold tattoo. I'll tell you what, Craig, as you're like mulling it over,
They
I'll just
do it.
message Abby. Craig,
I really want my scar
Tello
to be
pays for
tattooed.
yours as well. Tello offers, Craig, if you want, I'll pay for your matching tattoo with the group. Did you hear that, Micah?
Greg may not want to get a matching tattoo.
No, I just don't know like where to put that. Like,
Put it on your butt.
Oh yeah, put it on your butt, Craig.
So
Put it on
that's
your
a good
butt,
option.
Craig.
Craig.
You could put it right here in between your eyes.
You could do it on your thigh or something.
I'm getting mine on my butt. That's where
No.
I'm getting mine. I'm getting a mushroom tattoo on my cheek.
I was
I'm gonna
thinking I
do it
should get
behind
mine
my ear.
on the
Oh, that's cute.
Greg.
dang it, Micah. That's so funny.
Why is that
Just
funny?
a grown middle-aged manager with a tattoo behind his ear.
What's wrong with having a tattoo behind your ear?
It's not
Oh my
wrong.
goodness, I'm
too. It's
obviously
Tuesday.
not laughing at anyone who
What?
gets a tattoo behind their ear. I'm laughing at the anachronism of a middle-aged dad with a tiny tattoo behind his ear. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just comical. It's
I have a-
uncommon.
I have a paw print behind my ear.
Yes, but you are, and this is an interesting fact, not a middle-aged father.
True. That is true.
If Craig is
Got you there.
interested, Micah, Tello offers, I'll gladly pay for it.
Oh, I dare you to get yours on your cheek too. We could have matching cheeks.
Oh no, I'm definitely not going to.
Come on. Brothers
Sorry,
in
Micah,
arms.
your audio's back to not coming through, so I don't know what that's about. But that's just the rule tonight, I guess. So I'll tell you what. So that everything clarifies very rapidly, can everyone just tell me what they're getting?
I'm getting a mushroom.
Okay,
on my
Tello's
butt.
getting a mushroom.
Okay. Tello's getting a mushroom. I'm gonna get spell rot,
Okay.
and I'm gonna get a mushroom, and I'm gonna get like a little Ioun eye.
Okay. Oh, for the spell rot. Gotcha.
No,
And then
no.
Ro?
They're separate. I'm getting 3 tattoos.
Oh, 3. Okay. That shouldn't surprise me. Ro?
I'm getting a mushroom, and I want mine to be gold and green and purple.
We can
And
we can
then-
cross that bridge when we get to it.
Okay. And then I'm getting the masquerade tattoo.
Okay.
And do I need to tell you what it is
We can
right
cross
now?
that bridge when we get to
Okay.
it. And then, Micah, is Craig getting both tattoos?
He's gonna get the fungi tattoo just because everyone else is getting it.
We
And-
peer
and the
pressured him
maker
into getting
greater
a
than?
tattoo.
This one?
Mike, you don't have to get the fun
Do you
guy.
get
You don't
both,
have
bud.
to
Micah?
get it.
No,
You really don't
like,
have to.
But everyone else is getting it.
You don't have to. You don't have to.
Micah's, you don't.
That's true.
Peer pressure doesn't have to apply.
what
This,
does
none of
Greg
this is
want
real.
to do?
This is all made up.
I'm gonna say he's gonna make it to where the maker is greater than your highs and lows. It has like this really pretty mushroom, like surrounding piece. That way, like he
Sure,
has
that's cool.
mushroom, but it's like still meaningful and like a part of his other tattoo.
You should draw it, Micah.
He's not like your other adventurers, guys. He's different.
He's not like other paladins. He's really
Got
not.
questions about himself too.
He's got
Um,
questions for Tello too. Oh my
He's with a
gosh!
17.
Oh my gosh, Zach.
So excited.
While Tello is getting tattooed, let's say Craig got his done before Tello, and then he like sits next to Tello and starts asking him questions.
oh my goodness. Well, okay. So has everyone recorded their transactions and everybody good on that?
I know that we just talked about the money.
That's okay.
And
Hit me with it, dude. Hit me with
I
it.
am looking at the chart. The chart is confusing me.
Chart can be confusing.
If I have, like, if the number of platinum that I have, I just add a 0 to the end of that, right?
And that's gold. Yep.
That's gold. That's gold, dude. That's
Wait,
gold. So
what?
like 50, like 500 gold is 50 platinum.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Okay. Does everybody know what they have paid?
Yes.
Okay. So I am trusting that everyone has paid what they paid. I really trust you guys way too much to count your money. If I show up next week and everyone has 1 million gold, I'm not going to question it. I mean, if that happened, I probably would question it, but I trust you guys. So you've got it. So now to the actual role play of it all. Each of the different, there's 2 other artists there, and they sit down with, like, basically 3 of you guys can be getting tattooed at a time. And Craig, yours is first. So as Devram sets you in the chair, actually, I'll tell you what, Devram says, if you guys have time in your day, I'd actually, I wouldn't mind tattooing each of you all personally. Just as you saved the city, so I wouldn't mind doing that personally with each of you. So Craig, right?
Yeah.
If you want to take a seat in this chair or to your right, I'd love to get started for you.
Yeah, absolutely. Actually,
Sorry, go ahead.
can I draw out what I'm kind of thinking?
Yeah, I'm absolutely done to hit me with the inspiration.
Awesome. Craig has like a piece of parchment and like pen and is trying to draw it out. He gets like the symbol kind of right and like the like lettering, but then the mushrooms just like look really weird. Like they don't look right, but he's like trying to get it like the point across. Like okay, so that's the main thing. But then those
Everyone's
are
nodding
mushrooms.
and rubbing his chin.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Make it pretty though. Probably prettier
No,
than
it's
that.
no problem. Well, how about this? And he resketches it, and he draws the maker symbol again. Now, was the greater than my highs and lows a joke making fun of us, or is that a genuine like you really do want that?
I really do
He
want
really
that.
wants that.
Okay,
Why is that making fun
Okay.
of us?
just checking because a lot of people have that tattoo, so you could be like, people get that tattoo. Craig's getting that tattoo. Just checking. Okay, so
He's
he
getting that
draws out the
tattoo.
maker symbol, and then he does the greater than highs and lows thing, so that the like he takes the like kind of general high and low position, and instead draws it out to look like a mountain range, and he picks a Boston mountain range because when you were here months ago, you mentioned that briefly, and this is what he does: is he pays attention to people and like takes their tattoo ideas and makes them relevant, and then he creates a valley in between, and he puts the maker symbol in between the 2 of them, and then the greater symbol he draws into the side of the mountain range where it like ends at the side, so that the maker symbol is facing to either side of the 2 shapes like presented as greater than. And then he takes the fungus and he starts it like as this tiny little design at the bottom of the parchment, and then he draws it out so that it like grows up and around the edge of the valley, and then like each of the mushroom stalks like grow outward and split into more small mushrooms until it makes an entire circle framing the top where they bloom into a series of other like larger mushrooms, so they like frame the original tattoo design. And he goes, how about something like that?
That's really cool.
That's
That's
really
Do you
really
think you'd want that?
cool. Yeah.
All right. Well, and he pulls up this like this sort of like this rolling wooden like working table that has a bunch of like glass cylinder, metal tipped like needles, and he starts like powderizing a couple small gems with this like sort of magical crushing instrument, which is interesting because you know
Oh
that.
my gosh.
Oh, go ahead.
Can Craig pull out his very old Mika
Yes.
and be like, "Is there any way that you could put this in there, or is it gonna kill me if it goes into my skin?"
Is it
No,
gonna
this is
kill
absolutely what we work with. And you can remove that from your inventory, Micah.
Down.
And he sits there
Nice.
and he does a smell to he does a spell to
Smell. This
I don't
is
wanna talk
nice.
about it.
This
I
is
don't want to talk
nice.
about it. he goes, and it turns into powder. He crushes it up and he mixes it in with magical ink, and then he uses that to sit there, and he sits there and just taps it into your skin in design. It takes about an hour, Craig, and he types out all of, he like traces out just the clear design. And then as he finishes and you get to take a look at it in the mirror, it's exactly as we described it. Where did you want it, Craig, on your body? Okay, he finishes it on your wrist as you look it up. It's easy because that's you got a lot of wrist to work with. That's a thick wrist. So he like taps it all in and he goes, "Are you interested in color?"
Yes.
Excellent. And then he pulls out a series of other magical inks, and what he does is he colors the base of the mountain like a base gray, and then it transitions into a silver that he then takes into like a pale aquamarine blue that looks like a kind of like water filling the valley below, which he doesn't even realize that reflects your kind of ocean journey with old, but that's just like an accidental mishap. Then he creates a gold trim around the symbol that he doesn't understand, but he understands that's color people like. And then the fungus at the sides, he gives like pale gray stalks with like brown gray caps. Craig, could you make me your first ever Arcana check?
Mm-hmm.
You spellcasting paladin.
That was cocked. Arcana check.
Arcana is under
It's a
intelligence.
13. I have a -1 in intelligence.
That's okay. It's not the highest DC. So something's really interesting. He's giving you your tattoo, but he's muttering the whole time he does it. And every once in a while, he stops occasionally to kind of like trace designs out in the air, and like a sort of like ethereal color flows over the tattoo, and then he goes back to shaping it. Now, I mean, it's a beautiful tattoo. You're paying him a lot of money for it. But it strikes you that this seems more complicated than the first time you got a tattoo here, much more. And by the time he finishes, he says, he sort of like wipes it down, and you all have been sitting here watching Craig slowly get this tattoo, chatting about inane subjects, I'm sure. As he wipes it down and finishes it up, the magical tattoos like kind of heal and solidify further. He goes, "No, you've paid me for this. No, always go back to Big John. Rise, Blight. Now you've paid me for this tattoo, but you've also saved all our lives. So if you're all right with it, there's only one last piece I need to do to enchant this tattoo, and it will go ahead and give you a magical benefit, and we'll just stick with the price for a non-magical tattoo."
Ooh.
Oh my gosh. Thank you.
I'm not under military occupation right now because of you all, so thank you. Are you okay with me enchanting this?
Yes. Yes, definitely.
Excellent. And he finishes some of the like trim around the inner lining of the fungal ring, and it's just a tiny little like trim of itty bitty glyphs. And as he finishes it, the tattoo pulses with a little bit of light, and then all the colors look a little bit more vibrant than the colors on a tattoo should. Like, even though it's an abstract image, it looks kind of real. And as you sit there looking at the gorgeous tattoo, Craig, you can record somewhere on your character sheet, tattoo boon, and it's small enough that it's not going to take an attunement slot. So I'm not going to spring an attunement slot on you because that's a real jerk move. So just tattoo boon, and once per long rest. You know what? I'm just going to type it up for you in your channel instead of making you write it down. Tattoo boon. wants prolong rest, you can add a +1 to a roll to hit before you know if it hits. So just record that somewhere on your sheet, which is a pretty dope benefit.
Yeah.
Okay. So that is Craig's tattoo done.
Nice.
We'll go to Bazz real quick. Bazz, you're offered to sit down in the chair next. And he goes, and for you, sir, what can I do?
I'd like a mushroom.
I gather. Any other details? You just want me to kind of
no,
go for
I
it?
wanted your creative, just to go crazy. Just your
Okay.
choice. Also, do
Sure.
you have any questions about the world? When we first showed up, you basically told us everything we needed to know. So if you got any questions about anywhere,
We've been around the block.
we've been around the block
Oh,
a
and I'll
little
tell
bit.
you what. And he pulls his card over and starts like putting magical inks into different vibrant inks into various vial pins and starts tapping in your skin. And he goes, I do have a series of questions. Before I get started, are you okay with it being here in your arm? And he points to the area that your other magical tattoo used to be.
Oh, sure, yeah, I can do that.
Excellent. And as he taps out, you
Oscar's
notice
a little
as he starts
sad, but
tracing
it's
out the
okay.
design, what he does is where the vein runs and pushes out of the skin at the side of your arm, he uses the beginning of the vein cluster like the stalk of one tattoo. And then he draws it so that each tattoo is going on the outline of the vein. And it's interesting that he chose this because more of the crystal density of the gemstones that are now permanently embedded in your skin are on the upper forearm than the lower forearm.
Mm-hmm.
So the way he draws it, the tattoo stalks begin on the lower forearm around the veins, and your blood is slightly green colored. So under your green skin, it's a deeper green. So he lets your blood be the coloring for the stalks of the the fungus. And then as it reaches the other side of your arm, he blooms them out into their caps, and there he draws them around the already clusters of gemstones in your skin, so that they like wrap around that and configure to the design. And so he ends up not really needing to do any coloring as he's doing it, because your skin winds up being the coloring. And it's not a giant tattoo. It goes up maybe like 4 or 5 inches on your arm. And as he's tapping out the tattoo over your skin, he goes, I mean, there's an obvious question, but you guys really killed Dolgoth then, yeah?
Yeah, we did.
I mean, and you notice that when you say that, one of the other customers has been done with his tattoo for an hour, and he's just sitting there over the side listening. And one of the other tattoo artists whose shift already ended, like, is still staying to listen. And the other people, like the other person getting tattooed, she has to keep reminding the tattoo artist to pay attention to her tattoo because she keeps listening to you. And so he leans in and he goes, I mean, if it's all right, I'd love to know what happened with that.
Yeah, well, we kind of screwed over his plan when he came here to, destroy everything, and he never forgot that. And so he just kind of followed us, I guess, with his lieutenants, and just decided to attack one day by burning down a city. And when we came,
That's awful.
we some of us were awake, some of us weren't. We rushed as fast as we could because we just thought it was a fire, And it was him, and he killed Gretta. He sent me to hell. We almost died. It was a rough fight. We called one of our friends, after we got Gretta back to life, we called one of our friends, Janice, and she came, and together...
You say that name, and like all the other people in the shop go, and all like look at each other and gasp, and then like lean in with wider eyes.
He made some really dumb decisions, and he turned into dust, and...
You turned him to dust.
Turned him to dust.
And like you're reliving in a traumatic event, but everybody in the shop they grin and their eyes turn big, and even Devram has trouble controlling the smile that spreads across his face, and he goes, "That's incredible. Is it true that Janice can fly?"
I didn't see her fly, but I don't doubt that she can.
The artist from across the room who's working on a person says, I heard she can turn into dragons. Can she really do that?
No, but she emits a light that's brighter than anything I've ever seen. And when she speaks, there's hundreds of voices that come out. And
everyone's just eating up your word. One of the artists has gotten up from their chair and has walked all the way across the room with their arms folded because they don't know where to put them, and they're standing just a foot away listening with rapt attention.
Yeah. 2 of his lieutenants lived. And we got out alive, so.
Wow. That's incredible. That's incredible. Well, thank you for the service that you've done for poor Splendid Silver, for all of Yellowburn.
He killed my horse, so, you know.
Oh, I'm sorry. That had to be awful.
Yeah.
I had a
it's
horse
fine.
growing up that I was inseparable with. I mean, I
Really?
couldn't have cared for it more. So I imagine that must have been a really hard loss to quantify.
It was a good horse. Had him for a few
A
days.
sort of like wisp of wind goes by your ear, boss, and goes, "Oh my gosh!"
No, that horse survived. This was the.
Oh, that's true.
That horse is somewhere in the.
Yeah, the Kefkin loyalist horse died.
Yeah, the Captain loyalist. He killed his own horse, actually. How's the shop been? Anything interesting happened around town since we've been gone?
I mean, give me an odds or evens, Bazz, on whether or not.
Odds,
Devram's
because I'm an
ready.
odd guy. You don't even have to ask. Zachary, I give you permission to just take odds every time.
Okay, to auto do it. He goes, "Well, I'm sure, but I'm sure you heard about the incident with the dragon a while back in the Kefkin army.
I did
It
hear
was-
about that.
It was wild. But I heard through the grapevine that a month or 2 ago, the Warriors of the Well came into town, and they took place in a fighting ring somewhere in the manufacturing district. And apparently they did something pretty incredible there.
Nice.
I haven't heard more detail than that, but
We're
Interesting
known
gossip.
to attend a fighting ring every once
I
in a
was gonna be
while. We
like-
should go.
We've been to a fighting.
do you
Greta,
really?
you like fighting rings?
No,
No, she doesn't
not
like
anymore.
fighting.
It's like
Oh.
that is a
If you promise to tell me about anything that happens there when you come back, I've heard it's not my neck of the woods, but I've heard somewhere in the manufacturing district that there's a place called the House of Pain,
Okay.
and that there you can go put on quite a show. Is what I've heard.
I can do that.
Well, I need to speak with the seedier people in town for that.
Hmm.
And with that, he
Interesting.
like puts in the last couple like ding 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 and finishes on your skin, and he goes, "Well, Balls, I think that looks pretty good."
All right. Thank you. What does it look like, Zachary?
As I described before.
You're right. I just wanted to get it finished. Typically, you don't get a description of the tat. Yeah, but I guess you're right. And
Sorry. He invites Tello to sit down in the chair, and Tello just asks for on the back of his, or on the underside of his forearm, kind of halfway down, he just gets 5 fungi, and there's one in the middle, and all the smaller ones are growing up around it, and he gets each of them a slightly different color. One of them is brown, one of them is green, one of them is red, one of them is blue, and then the one in the back is yellow. And when asked why, he goes, "I don't know. I always just felt like yellow for Tello, you know?" And that gets done slowly, and that's completed. And then he offers, and he says, "Miss Greta, if you're ready."
yes. I am ready.
Okay. What would you like, ma'am?
I'm gonna get 3. And I have little doodles.
Hit me with them.
Well, do you have a specific mushroom in mind, Zach?
I don't.
Okay.
Unless
Okay.
you want me to suggest one.
Yeah.
Okay. For the mushrooms, for you, he suggests. He asks you what you're interested in. You tell him a little bit about your life, and he says that he gets a lot of people coming in getting tattoos of plants and similar. He doesn't know that fungi aren't plants, so he tells you about a kind of mushroom called cup mushrooms, where instead of having a cap folded down, they fold up, and there's one called robin's nest that has like a brown cap and then lighter little it looks like bird eggs inside, except it's tiny. And a bird's nest mushroom. And he doesn't know this, but in real life what happens is the fungus builds up moisture at the base of the cup, and then when there's enough in it, it bursts all of the spores out of it, and the things that look like eggs are like the spore packets that dissolve and fly into the air. But it just looks like a series of mushrooms that are clearly mushrooms, but look like they're kind of bird's nest with eggs in them.
Okay. Does he suggest that?
He
Is there a
does. He doesn't
mushroom
give you the
that's-
biology fact, but he suggests it.
Okay, is there a mushroom that's like native to Zillium?
Why wouldn't he know? He had a
Sorry.
Zillium Explorer from a while back. No, I mean, why not? I don't care. It's fun. There is one called, Greta knows it by heart and describes it to him. It's called a Hilalian brown duster. And your family used to collect them when you were young. And you collected them in the wilderness with Walter because they are an edible mushroom. They taste pretty good in a soup. You can also mash them up into a paste, and they keep for a very long time. And so you can take that as a travel snack. But the best thing about them is that the spores, the millions of spores that come off of them, have a good flavor. And what a lot of people do is they'll make a stew, and they'll bump the mushroom caps together, and the brown dust that falls down actually makes a pretty good seasoning. And then they'll cut up the mushrooms and eat that separately.
I love that. I want that one.
And it's just got like a thin little stalk and a really brown broad rim with kind of like a gray gills underneath.
Cute. Okay, I'm gonna get that, but I am gonna get it in black and white.
Okay. All duster in black and white.
Yeah, probably like next to my little bread.
Okay. He goes, do you want it growing out of the bread?
No, thank you.
Okay. No
I
problem.
do. I like
Was it-
that. I like how you think.
I just got a vibe, but it's no issue.
It is the correct vibe. And then I'm gonna
As you say that, a beetle crawls out of a pocket.
Okay. And then I'm gonna get spell rot,
Okay.
and
Sick.
that I'm gonna do the uncommon, I think, the 500 gold one. Whatever
Gotcha.
we decided
That is
for that.
correct. Yes.
And I'm gonna get tongues, and I want to get it.
Sick.
I want
That's
to get
so
like.
rare.
Thank you. Maybe you can help me with this, but I want I'm thinking just like a dark green, like emerald color, like swirls, lots of just like magical
Oh.
swirls on my neck, and then like there's like a couple swirly tendrils that come up and like comes right to the corner of this mouth.
Oh, Abby, that's so sick, dude.
So it's like on her neck, and it probably like creeps down to her like just the top of her collarbone, and then
That's
creeps
so
up and
dope.
like.
Take inspiration for that.
Okay.
What's your third one that you're getting?
I think I'm gonna. I don't know. I do know. I want a symbol of Ioun, but I just don't know. Like, it's just an eye, right?
Okay, as you're describing, it's an eye, but then in the central iris is another eye turned vertically, and then in the central,
Cool.
I'm making it up to be, and then in the iris of that eye is an eye turned horizontally, and then vertically, and then horizontally until it like revolves, and it looks like it twists inward on itself, like sort of ever deepening knowledge.
Awesome. Okay, I'm gonna get that in just the center of her right palm.
Okay, as you're describing that, Devram goes, I, of course, always want to listen to the customer. If you're interested, I could put that eye in the center of the magical swirl tattoo that's going in your neck.
Ooh.
I could put it right at the base of the collarbone where it meets the neck.
Yeah. Yeah, that's awesome. That's wonderful.
Excellent.
I love that.
What color would you like the eye?
How about like an ink that's so dark green it almost looks black, and then the tendrils are like a dark green, like a more emerald with like some gold mixed in.
Excellent. You're gonna have to stay real still.
Okay.
And what he does is he lays you down at the side of the chair, and what he does is he draws that eye at the base of the neck so that when you pull your like cloak up, it can't be seen, but if you pull it down, the symbol's there. And he draws a broad abstract eye and then does the rotating symbol inside and inside and inside. And the cool thing is what he does is the centermost eye, he uses black ink. And then he uses an increasing gradient of green in every eye that goes outward. And then when he does the swirls, they look like abstract eyelashes coming away. And then as they draw away from the eye, they swirl around it in that pattern and they crawl up your neck and up to your mouth. And he checks with you before he starts. He says, I tattoo hundreds, at this point in my career, thousands of people here. So I've learned a lot of texts and a lot of languages. If you're trying to assign this to the spell tongue, I can make every tendril coming away from the eye a series of script in a different language.
That's perfect. What?
And so of the 12 interconnecting swirls, each of them are like, they're tiny, so they look like lines. And then if you get really close, what he does is he does lines of green magical ink, and then he puts the text in melted gold along them, and then there's flecks of powderized emerald behind it.
Awesome. What does the text say?
He asks you what you want each line to say. He says, how about to know all peoples? Or to seek all truth?
Let me see.
I could write questions and answers in each of these languages. Greta decides, and it is returned to at a different time.
Yes, thank you. Thank you, DM.
Okay. And he lets, on Tello's recommendation, if you're cool with it, he lets the final line that goes up to the edge of your mouth, which Greta permanently has a face tattoo that connects to her mouth now. So
What
if
a
you
baddie.
guys, she was really the only inconspicuous member of the party, and that can't be said anymore. So now every member of the party visually stands out a ton. The last line he suggests, by Tello's recommendation, to be Unsinian, the one that leads up to the side of your mouth.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's
And then when
cool.
he finishes your tattoo, he finally gets to Ro. Guys, this is so fun, giving everybody tattoos. Ro, he sits you down in the chair. What would you like, Miss Greenbottle?
So Zachaboy, I
did
wrote,
see the picture.
Okay, I wrote some stuff. So she already has a bat on the inside of her wrist. So I want like on the top of her hand to be of that same on the left side still to be where the mushrooms are.
Okay.
For the mushroom
He puts them
one.
in.
And I want them to be how do you pronounce that? The Laceria amethystina? I think is
Yes.
how you say it.
Yeah, wow.
But I was looking up different mushrooms, and I think these are cool. This is just nerd talk, but what's cool about those, besides them just being purple, and I wanted like 5 of them, kind of like Tello, but I want them all the purple and then like gold and green accents. But
Heck yeah.
it's also called the Amethyst Deceiver. I wrote this in my channel too. And
I'm reading it from the channel right now.
Yeah, it absorbs arsenic from the soil that it's in, and they are edible, but they're usually not the first choice in most climates because they absorb so much arsenic. And the spores seem like spherical and glassy and like crystal-like, but like on a microscopic level, they're like pointy and spiny. And I thought that was kind of a cool metaphor because Ro
That's
is
awesome.
Ro is very like majestic looking on the outside, but she has a lot of like
Some monster diarrhea. Yeah.
No.
So he agrees, and he tattoos that all over the back of the hand, and he does it in like 3 different shades of like grayscale purple, so it looks gorgeous.
Sick. And then for the magic tattoo, for the masquerade tattoo, I wanted like I'm trying to think. Do I want it above the bat or on this side of the, like on the top part of the arm is like a little
I think on the top part of the arm, because then it connects with the mushrooms really well.
Yeah, like an actual green bottle. And I kind of drew a little mock design, like a green bottle with like the purple flowers coming out. and then the purple flowers turn into ivy that kind of wraps a little bit up her arm as the magic tattoo for Masquerade. And it's kind of
He
like
absolutely does that.
it's like an homage to her old self and also her mom for the green bottle, and how her mom was very much like that too.
Heck yeah. He does the green bottle, and then where the purple flowers grow out, they turn into crushed amethyst. And then the ivy that rotates around the arm is like a crushed emerald. And some of the individual ivy leaves terminate into song notes. And so, yeah, that's drawn all around.
Beautiful.
Okay. And with that, after the party has sat there for about 6 hours, maybe 7, Devrim is done. And you guys have guffawed and gossiped quite a bit with each other.
Nice.
And he like kind of wipes a little sweat from the brow. Yeah.
I really want to ask Tello the questions.
And as Tello is sitting there being tattooed, Craig is asking him questions. Let's do this for a moment and then we'll wrap the episode there.
Oh god, where did they go? Where did all my dice go? Where did they go?
I don't know, Micah.
I found it. Got a 14.
Okay.
Ooh,
Your
close
question
on that.
is which monster is the most kissable? That's the question you flip to in your book.
Ro wants to answer.
Oh, Tello. I
Yeah,
got a
he's
new
like
book.
he's like wincing as Devrim's like tapping away in his arm and he goes, "Yeah, Craig, what's up?"
I just got a new book, and it's a question book, and
cool.
I think that you're really gonna like it. What? Oh,
Okay.
here's a good question.
Oh, it stings.
What monster
what's up?
is the most kissable?
Ooh.
Hags?
Sorry, I didn't hear that correctly. What was that? Did you? What?
What monsters are the most kissable? What do you think? I'm feeling like. What do you think?
As he makes that stunned face, Devrim also looks up and makes a stunned face.
I don't know, you
and,
guys. Open for anyone. What do you think?
Tello just goes. I don't.
You have to answer.
I mean, I don't think I actually. Okay.
Tuatoa? They're not really monsters.
You know what? No.
No,
Yeah, they're
I'm
not
thinking
monsters.
like not humanoid.
I think probably. I think probably those rock guys that we fought in Biasta, they had
Oh
the
my
least fluids going on.
gosh.
So I think I'm probably gonna go with those.
The what?
I think the rock dudes from Biasta that were guarding that tower.
I have a piece of that if you want to give it a try.
Oh no, that's weird. But I don't know. You might
Sure,
like that
Craig
big
has.
lobster thing we fought under the ocean.
I think the thing that is most kissable would have to be.
Oh well, you're going to voluntarily answer. That's wild. Ow.
Probably. I don't know. Definitely. And then that's the end of the episode.
And that's where we will end episode 106 of the Fun Guys.
Also,
Tune in
guys,
for
if we're ever
107 to know what
stuck,
correcting.
if we're ever stuck on questions for the starts of episodes, I've found like probably 10 that would be great. In this, I'm not even joking.
That should be the next question. The next
Like
letter
I
to
have
editing.
so many, and they
Which
are all
monster is most
really
kissable?
Micah, you
No.
should make a list of questions. You should write down all the questions that Zach's come up with and write them in the book.
Like, does your character believe in aliens?
Thank you for listening to another
you know?
episode of the Accidental Adventures. If you like our stuff, you can go take a look at the Patreon. We have all sorts of exclusive stuff there, unique one-shots, mini-series, additional resources, maps. We're going to have another map soon. That's kind of exciting. So there's all that cool stuff. Players, you guys gain 0.03 levels for episode 106. And listener, we want you to know that life is an incredible adventure. You're an important part of that. And skibbity wop and dada.
Dada.
Bye.